Good evening, farmer fans. Welcome to tonight's game between your Fighting Farmers and the visiting Commerce Tigers. Brought to you tonight here from the beautiful Farmersville Stadium. Non-district contest between two teams that are both 1-1 on the season. On the mic tonight, my name is Brian Brazel, Farmersville graduate of 1994, back in the 1900s, as my kids like to say.
Man.
And joining me, as always, is Mike.
Even older.
Mike the Mad Dog Anderson, who is a little older. Noted North Texas high school football expert. So, Mike, what an ending to the game last week.
Well, yeah. It was kind of a crazy ending, right?
Yeah.
We saw a back and forth, high scoring game, 48.
You know what?
41,
I almost forgot the most important person on the broadcast team.
Go ahead. Yep.
Jaron,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, we got Jaron with us tonight. He wasn't with us last week, but he's with us tonight. The guy with the biggest smile in Farmersville, biggest fan there is, Jaron McT will be with us tonight. And you'll hear him jumping in with us throughout the broadcast. So, but no, back to what you were saying about last week.
The game last night was crazy, right? Or last week was crazy. We had a 48-41 victory for the Farmers. A fortunate one, that I think we would say, right? Because they called the game due to a transformer blew out, stadium lights went out, and they called the game at the end of the third quarter. North Lamar was on the verge of scoring, right?
Sure.
They were on the 11-yard line, ready to go in and score.
Would have been the first play of the fourth quarter, 1st and 10 from the 11.
Yeah, super high-scoring game, 48-41. They called the game there, and Farmersville won it. So very fortunate.
I agree.
But you take what you get.
I've been to hundreds of high school games. I've never seen one end with the electricity going off. I've
never seen that.
We've been there where the electricity's gone off and it comes back on.
Yep.
But never one where the game ends because of that. Yep. So, but that does lead us into tonight's game.
It's a non-district game, right?
There's no real importance or whatever on going ahead and finishing out because it's not going to have any playoff impacts. But tonight's game is important only from the standpoint of one of these teams is going to leave here with a winning record, the 2-1, and one's going to be 1-2. Now, Commerce, there is a common opponent.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say. We do have a common opponent.
Played Blue Ridge, and Blue Ridge beat them pretty handily. And, Farmersville played Blue Ridge that first game of the season, which is one of those games that a lot of folks would rather just not think about and remember. But those common opponents can be a little bit tricky sometimes because you may have a strength that plays against their weakness and vice versa. So, but let's talk about some of the keys to the game tonight for your Farmers and in Commerce. So for Farmersville, the one thing that they've done well all year long, and they're going to have to do it again tonight, is they're going to have to score a lot of points, which they have been doing. They're averaging 40 points a game, and that's 40 points a game with 3 quarters last week.
I was going to say. They scored 48 in 3 quarters. Yeah.
And so, but they're going to have to score early and often, the Farmers are, because the more points that they put on the board, obviously it's harder for Commerce to be able to make up that ground with a team like Commerce that rushes the ball the way they do. But really, it just puts a lot of pressure on them. Now, the next one for Farmersville making those stops, when they get the lead, they've got to be able to protect it. It's 2 games in a row now where they've had really big leads, once against Blue Ridge, and they weren't able to hold Blue Ridge off. Once against North Lamar, where they had a really big lead, and then North Lamar was able to crawl back in, to the game to where, like you'd mentioned, they had a chance to go in there if the lights stay on, being a first and 10 from the 11. So Farmersville's going to do a lot better job of making those important stops, especially whenever they have a lead. The way they're going to do that, the next one on there is to tackle better. That's something. The defense is young. A lot of inexperience out there on that Farmer defensive side of the ball. Talking to Coach Blassingame, they've tried. They're going to try something new tonight that they haven't tried this year. It's something they have done in the past. He's just trying to play to the strengths of his players and maybe make it a little bit easier for them to where they can react and play a little bit, play a little faster without having to worry so much about different responsibilities, right? And so tackling better, putting them in a position where they can think about running up to the ball carrier and not thinking so much about where they need to be or different keys that they need to be focusing on. And then the last one there, the whole team needs to stay intense as far as when you get out to that lead, being able to don't play down to the level of your opponent. and allow them to get back into the game, or like Blue Ridge, unfortunately, to get past you in the game. And so they've just got to maintain that level of intensity the whole time.
Yep.
So
no, I agree. I agree with that, and I think I would add to, from what I've seen from the defense over the last couple of weeks, is they've got some super athletic kids out on the outside.
Yep.
They've got some really fast kids, but they've been beat, especially against Blue Ridge. You've seen them get beat. Yeah. And so it's, how does Coach Blassingame adjust the defense so that they are able to help them out? Like give those guys some help on the outside, whether it's safety help or something like that.
Yep.
Because they've been susceptible to being beat deep, and that was exposed by Blue Ridge. So I'm curious to see. And this isn't a big throwing offense, right? They run the ball. We talked about that tonight. But that's really more of a, an analysis of what's going to go on as the year progresses. But that's going to be something that's going to be important. But I'm curious to see how they handle that tonight and how the defense is set up.
But and speaking of the rushing offense for Commerce, Bell, the senior, is averaging about 85 yards a game, 6.5 yards a carry. But McMurray is really their, kind of their bell cow. He's a linebacker that plays. Running back, he's a big, tough kid. He's averaging 117 yards a game, over 8 yards a carry. And so, if you think about it from Commerce's standpoint, we talk through the keys to the game for Commerce. Stopping the big plays for them, keeping Farmersville because Farmersville's had some big plays this year. There's Grimes has got 3 touchdowns already in 2 games, and he's had some really nice catches on some really pretty deep balls by Levi Maccabee. And so that's something that Commerce is going to have to do tonight, is try to stop those big plays. But really what Commerce is going to want to do, and I think we'll see this, is they're going to try to keep that Farmersville offense off the field, and they're going to run the ball as much as they can to make that happen. They would love to keep the score low and make it a slugfest because of Farmersville's offense, how quick that they do score and how many points they can put on the board.
Yep.
And that's something that, the Farmersville coaching staff is obviously well aware is they know they're going to need to outscore them. The defense struggling a little bit right now to find their identity and getting some experience for those younger players. Like, you're going to have to score some points if you're Farmersville.
Yep.
So.
No, I agree. I think they're going to have to kind of stretch it out because they're going to try to pound it right there. You look at their stats, right? I haven't seen them play yet. Right. We haven't seen them play, but they, looking at their stats, they pound it out and run it. So
well, one of the things we know they're going to do is they're going to try to create turnovers. Commerce is because, again, that's just one of those things. If you can give the opposition a good offense like Farmersville less possessions, that gives you a chance in the game. That takes into Gordon Schwartz, and you and I talked about it last week about he runs hard, he's fast, but he also covers the ball up really well. Yep. And so, if he can continue to do that, and he's averaging, 6.5, almost 7 yards a carry, had 4 touchdowns last week. I mean, great game. And he's going to be a focal point of this offense, which means that, Commerce will be focusing on him just as well. And as long as he continues to cover that ball up, the whole Farmersville offense, as long as they continue to protect the ball and don't give Commerce more possessions than you get, then you always like your chances.
Well, we saw that huge change last week from week 1 to week 2. In half to half, we see the changes where we have no turnovers. The offense is doing great, and then we start turning the ball over.
Yep.
And last week, we turned the ball over. So did they, right? And so it became a slugfest. That's why it was 48-41 through 3 quarters.
Well, there were about 7 plays where there were 3 turnovers in 7 plays.
Just back and forth and back and forth, and we have to eliminate those things.
Well, one of the last things we have on there for Commerce, the special teams goes without saying for every game for every team. Farmersville's been blessed with a really good special teams. Last week, though, they did have a few missed tackles on some kick coverages, gave up some really good field position to North Lamar. So I'm sure that's something Coach Walker and his crew have really focused on this week. But that last one of winning the line for Commerce, if you go back to that Blue Ridge game, Blue Ridge, they were really good in the trenches. And that gave Farmersville a lot of, and in the second half, there was a reason why we didn't complete more passes. They did a really good job of putting pressure on Maccabee. And that's something Commerce is going to want to try to do tonight. Farmersville's got a, younger, a little bit more inexperienced offensive line that's still, trying to gel. And so that'll be a really important key for both teams tonight is who's going to be able to control that line of scrimmage, give Maccabee a little bit more time to throw the ball, or is, Commerce is going to be trying to do whatever they can to open up some of those running lanes for Bell and McMurray. So really excited about tonight. Seems like a pretty evenly matched game. I'm talking to the coaches. One of them might be pretty optimistic about, we match up well. And you talk to another one, and they may say it's going to be tough.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I think it's depending on the position coach that I was talking to, and again some of those strengths and weaknesses that we have and how they match up.
Well,
interesting game.
I'm interested. It is 90 degrees right now, and on the turf it's warmer. And we've talked about it over the last couple of weeks. We've got players that have to play both ways.
Yep.
Right, and some of those players are huge contributors to the offense and the defense. Tayshawn Davis and Grimes and Amari and all those guys.
Jackson Latimer,
and those guys Davis that go back and forth, and that's huge. And when it's really warm like this, it's to see how they can respond.
Yep.
Because we're relying on so many kids that are going nonstop.
Yes.
Right. And we were watching last week, and you and me were in different rooms. We couldn't even talk to each other.
Right.
But we had Amari and Grimes, and those guys were going. They're running go routes on one side, and they're covering go routes on the other side, and then there's a kickoff, and they're the two guys down receiving kickoff.
And
it's
then
just so much.
You mentioned Davis and Latimer. It's a different kind of two-way because every snap they're in a hand fight down there, and they're leaning on each other and they're pushing on each other.
That's probably harder than running 40s, right?
They're leaning on each other and pushing on each other, and then you've got these other guys that are just constantly running 30, 40 yards every single play. And you're right, that conditioning. And then you add in this heat, and then you add in a little bit of that extra pressure of being at home where you really want to perform. So you're right. The inexperience and our depth tonight is going to be really important. Some of those guys that, we had some guys last week that played at North Lamar on the defensive side that was their first varsity experience.
Yep.
Well, this will be their first varsity experience at home, which, again, is a different type of ball game than it is whenever you're on the road and you don't have as many fans. Like, might be 90 degrees out there, but the fans are still filling. They're filling up the stands. There's still more people coming in right now as we look out. So,
sure, and it's not that we're playing schools that are so much bigger, that have so much more kids.
Sure,
right? They're in the same situation, but it is a situation this year where those kids that are key players on the Farmersville offense and defense
are the
ones that have to go two ways.
Yep.
And so that I think is the difference.
So we're gonna go out here to the coin toss for the Farmers, your captains tonight. Going to be senior Jackson Latimer. He's joined by senior Tayshawn Davis. We're also going to be up there with the starting quarterback, number 5, Levi Maccabee, who's the sophomore, and then Mark Vasquez, senior offensive lineman, joined by their rest of the Farmer brothers right behind them, arm in arm. Going to be like Mike had mentioned, it's going to be a warm kickoff. Doesn't seem like there's no wind out there at all, so that's not going to have any effect on the game.
No, it's the flag is is just hanging down.
It is dead, yeah.
Starting to cool off a little bit this time of year, but it's still warm today.
Yeah,
and out there it'll be warm.
We got that false fall that everybody talks about in Texas. Everybody got all excited, and then it warmed back up, didn't it, Jaron?
Oh, we flipped them.
So we're going to put the
Commerce is going to receive.
Put the sun in their eyes to start. Farmers will be kicking
going
off.
Right to left.
Yep. So we are going to take a quick break here in just a second to bring you guys the national anthem there at home. And then once the anthem is over, we'll be teeing it up, and it'll be game time. So stay tuned for the national anthem.
Please rise and move your hands as our Farmersville High School band plays our national anthem.
All right, it's football time here in Farmersville. It's your Farmers. We'll be going left to right and start the game. All in purple tonight. Tigers from Commerce all in white.
Yeah, so it should be a little bit different than we've seen last couple of games, I think. Don't know a lot about Commerce. I know they run the ball a lot. We've seen a lot of passing offense. We certainly saw Blue Ridge open it up and throw the ball. Last week we saw a little bit of everything, and pretty sloppy from a defensive perspective. Yep. So I think this week is going to be one where Commerce is going to come out and they're going to pound it.
Sure.
And Farmersville got to shut them down.
Again, you go back to one of those keys of the game for the Farmers about tackling. You know, Hoskins, little running back there for North Lamar last week, was pretty quick, you know, and he had some speed.
Yep.
And he had a couple of really long runs because we did miss a tackle at that, front level. And so that will be really important tonight when you got a team that can run the ball like Commerce can. So Farmersville is going to employ their two-kicker kickoff, which I have to admit I really enjoy because even we don't know really what's going to happen.
But I still don't know it. I still don't know what they're going to do.
Going to kick it deep this time.
Aguilar's going to go deep.
Tigers are going to take it at about their own 5-yard line, looking for somewhere on the way out. Brought down, nice tackle there. About the 18-yard line.
Who do we got there?
That was Weston Davis with the big tackle.
Davis, yeah. Nice tackle.
Weston will do a U-turn and run back out to the field. That little linebacker here for the Farmers. Starting on that defensive line tonight for the Farmers, you have senior Tayshawn Davis, joined again by another captain, Jackson Latimer. Also out there with them is going to be Tiffin Green, who's a junior. Farmers will employing a 3-4 tonight. 4 linebackers across with Weston Davis, Kate Ellis. Looks like Ryland Mitchell on a hit, and number 55. Ellis. Oh, and then no, that's right.
Yeah, it's Kate Ellis.
Yeah, and Gonzalez is always out there too. So they're going to run it right up the middle. Speaking
Good
of Gonzalez,
yeah.
Runs in there, puts his nose in, brings down the ball carrier. That was Bell for the Tigers. Picks up about 4 on first down, bring up 2nd and 6. Tigers get to the line of scrimmage quickly. One back in the backfield, and the pistol. Oh, the ball's on the ground to Bell. He falls on it smartly, but that is going to lose a couple of yards. Grant Shirley, senior quarterback for the Tigers, will be taking the snaps tonight. So bring up 3rd and 9. Mike, you and I talked about this. They're averaging about 85 yards a game passing. This is an obvious passing down, so good start here for Coach Blasingame and the defense. Brings it out, overthrows his receiver there.
Great defense right there.
Tried to get it into Tay Nash, but it goes over his head. So from Coach Blasingame and that defensive coaching staff standpoint, couldn't have started better than a 3-and-out. Give up 1 yard of offense.
Yep. Force them to punt, 4th and 9. Yeah, that's great start to this game right here.
Here's one of those 2A players you're talking about, Drake Grimes back there to take this punt, and they obviously see something on film because he's lined up way to his left. So I'm assuming he might roll out that way. He sure does. And nice kick, but Grimes is one of those big play threats for the Farmers. Going to let that one roll. Gets a Tiger bounce. Going to go down that at about the 33-yard line of the Farmers. So nice punt there for the Tigers. Farmers will take over the first time from their own 33.
Yeah, talk about 2A players. He hadn't been out there yet, but I see Rafe McCormick back in full pads, ready to go. So that's huge. He was out last week.
Yep.
And wasn't able to play in the North Lamar game, but he is in full pads, so hopefully he'll be able to get out there because he's one of those guys that certainly runs the ball well on offense and backing up there, but he can also plays a ton of defense, right? So want to see him back out there if we can.
Stone goes in motion for the Farmers. McAbee hands off to Schwartz. Breaks a couple of tackles, gets up out past the 40. Nice gain there, about 8 yards on the first down on first down for the Farmers. Brings up 2nd and 2. Bring up 2nd and 2. Farmers look to the sideline to get their play call in. 3 receivers set. with an H-back there. Schwartz behind Maccabee. Sends Stone in motion again, fakes the Stone, gives to Schwartz up the middle. He's got another hole, and he's off to the races. We talked about his speed, and he finally shows it off.
Home run.
As he is going to get into the end zone.
He got it. Congratulations to that kid. That's good.
56-yard touchdown run for Gordon Schwartz there.
We've talked about his speed
59.
and how he can hit it and the things that they can do because of his speed that they haven't been able to do in years past. And he showed it right there.
Touchdown, Farmers.
Point after attempt is up. Looks good to me, and it is. So 2 minutes into the game on a 59-yard touchdown run by Gordon Schwartz, Farmers jump out to a quick 7-0 lead. And we talked about he's averaging about 6.5 yards a carry, Mike. That'll definitely help the average right there.
Yeah. Yeah, great job by the offensive line, open up that hole, and he was not touched. He went deep quick.
You and I,
awesome.
We've talked about it in the past 2 games about we haven't really seen his top-end speed yet, right?
Mm-hmm.
And right there we saw it as he was able to pull away from that secondary of the Tigers. He got tripped up at the right there at the goal line, but it took him about 60 yards to catch up. So nice run there by Gordon.
Yeah, that's exactly what we expect to see from him. I think he has that ability. He can hit it.
Well, going back to that very first key to the game that we had for the Farmers about scoring early and often, I think you put a check next to that, at least the scoring early part.
The early part?
Yeah. Junior Christian Aguiar.
Yeah, and here we go with our.
And Fernando Hernandez, the 2 kickers. See which one it'll be.
Aguilar's going deep.
Aguilar's going to kick it deep again in that one.
And he does a good job of kicking it out of the end zone.
Yeah, that's
he
exactly
does that
what
pretty
happened.
regular, and I think that's why they like him, because he can put it deep.
Yep. Well, we saw a couple of squib kicks last week against North Lamar. I'm sorry, that didn't finish. Didn't get you what you wanted, what you had hoped, and so I'm not surprised at all to see him kicking them deep here and just trying a different strategy. So the Tigers going to call the play on the sideline as they did the last time. 10:08 to play in this first quarter. Again, Farmersville out to a quick 7-0 lead. Shirley brings his crew out. That is McMurray, their leading rusher in the backfield. They're going to hand to him around the left side. He's got a hole. Nice run there on first down. He's going to get them right past the line
just
of game.
Past first down, Secondary came up, make the play. Amari Warren, company.
And the Tigers quick to run the next play.
Oh, that was very fast.
Looks like another.
I'm not sure that everybody was on sides.
Very similar play there, very similar result. Another 11-yard gain for McMurray as they run to the line of scrimmage again. First and 10 for the Tigers from their own 48. And McMurray going around that left side again. Saw something that they liked. This time brought down by a group of Farmers. Mari Warren in there on the tackle, along with Nate Martinez.
Well, that looks really fast. And it looks like their
so fast
line isn't even,
Well, it's so fast they got to bring the running back out because it's just like that.
Yes.
Farmersville was trying to run somebody in there really quickly or really late into the play clock. And I think that's what Coach Quinlan is trying to tell them, is that they're supposed to give us time to substitute.
Yeah, they have to be able to substitute. Weston Davis on the tackle right there.
This will be 3rd and 2 here for the Tigers in Farmersville territory. Hands right up the middle. Nice job there by that Farmersville defensive line.
You see Tayshawn in there, and see who else. All of them.
Yeah, wrapped up Bell. Triffin Green in there in the middle of that one, along with Latimer. So it's 4th and 2, and the Tigers are going to go for it as they send McMurray back in. He's going to be in the pistol with Shirley. Taking a little bit longer on this play. They do snap it though. Hannah McMurray going around the left side. He's got the first down.
They are certainly going to run the ball, right?
Yep.
You've seen them every down. They run the ball. they're in a fourth down, they have to go.
Well,
and that's what they do.
So far with McMurray, they've only gone to the left side of this offensive line. Oh, not paying attention as the ball's on the ground. I think they're going to say that it was a false start, though. Yeah.
Yes, false start.
So
they'll back them up.
Yeah.
Back them up 5 yards and try it again.
We'll take the free yards, though, so it will be a 1st and 15 here as they'll snap this one from about the Farmersville 46-yard line. McMurray stays in at running back.
Especially when you're playing an offense that wants to run. Backing them up 5 yards to start, put them behind the chains certainly helps. You want to give them.
Bell out to Nash on the left side. Gets down the Farmersville sideline, steps out of bounds.
I think he steps out
really
right
early.
About the, really early. Right about the, where is he, about the 43?
Gain of about 3 yards on that one. So he had more had he not stepped out, but the referee head linesman right there marks it out at the 43-yard line. Fakes to McMurray, and he's got some room. Shirley does as he comes around this left side.
He's got open.
And he has got a lot of room. He's eventually run out of bounds by Stone, but that is pretty close to the Farmersville 10-yard line. So big gain there on the quarterback keeper by Shirley. So again, they get to the line of scrimmage quickly. My guess is you're going to see a whole lot of McMurray right here.
Yeah, it's a tough one right there. Good opportunity right there to get them off the field. And
they do go to McMurray to that right side. Nice job there by the Farmersville defensive line. Although there is a flag in there, it looked like that might have been a face mask. I think the farmer might have reached up and was trying to find something to grab a hold on to, but accidentally grabbed that face mask. See if maybe it's something different.
A lot of guys in there.
Yeah.
Mitchell. And
Tayshawn was one of the first ones in there. He turned that one back into the inside, so Tiffin Green could come in there and help try to clean it up. But, yeah, that's going to be against the Farmers. And it was the face mask.
Mask.
So be half the distance to the goal and an automatic first down. So the Tigers are going to have 1st and goal from the Farmersville 6.
So they're set up. Let's see what we can do.
Go to McMurray around this left side. Picks up a couple of there. Eventually brought down. Drake Grimes in there. First one to the ball carrier. So it's going to be 2nd and goal here for the Tigers. It's again McMurray in the pistol formation with Shirley. Hands to McMurray around that left side. Tries to dance.
Oh, who is that in there? Who is that?
He is brought down short.
I'm trying to figure out who that was. It was a great tackle, right? Met him up in the,
I think we have that number on our roster. Same play. This time he's able to get in. Yeah. So we knew we were going to see a lot of McMurray when you're 6 yards out, and that's exactly what they did. Gave it to him 3 times.
And we know they run the ball. We just have to be ready to do it.
So they line up in the old kind of satellite formation where you've got 3. You got 3 offensive members on split out both ways, but Shirley.
I don't think they were ready to run that.
I don't think that was what they wanted to do, but hey, we'll take it.
That looked pretty bad. Yeah, we'll take that.
You know, we talked about one of those keys to the game for Commerce at the beginning was special teams, and that 1 point right there. Yeah, it's only 1 point in the first quarter, but that could end up being a really important point later on, as every point is. So with 7:04 here to play in this first quarter, Tigers come back and answer on a 3-yard touchdown run by McMurray. Make it 7-6. So see what this Farmersville offense can do. Yeah,
I think special teams can be key. We've done some amazing things on special teams so far this year, right? In that first game, we saw Tayshawn with 2 mammoth extra point blocks. You know, with his big long arms, big hands, making those blocks, and we've seen those kind of plays. So
well, Commerce saw that on film, and so that's definitely something that they've had to try to prepare for and think about. Yeah. Ray Maldonado will be teeing it up for the Tigers. Back deep for the Farmers is Grimes.
Grimes and Amari back there.
Is that Amari? I couldn't tell. It looks like 0. Oh, that's Kari Miller. That's right. Yeah. Maldonado waiting on the reset from the ref, which he gets. Runs up, pooches it to the left side. That goes way out of bounds. I understand trying to kick it away from Miller and Grimes, but that probably not what they had in mind.
Yeah,
so Farmersville is going to have really good field position here on their second possession of this first quarter. Farmers take the field, want to give a little bit of love to the offensive line out there. Those guys getting better and better each week. But Mark Vasquez, Rocio Juarez Jr.,
Tayshawn, yeah, those guys are.
Cabal Rubio and Latimer. Schwartz behind Maccabee takes the snap, gives to Schwartz. Tried that left. Try to hit the left side of that center and picks up 1 yard there. Yep, 2nd and 9. You can kind of feel the coaching staff's kind of feeling each other out early, and you know it's worked well for Farmers. They'll go back to it again, and sure enough, it looked like the Commerce was ready for it. So, see what Coach Howard decides to do here to try to address the changes made by the Tigers. Maccabee takes the snap, gives to Schwartz coming around the right side. Stumbled a little bit, but able to regain his footing and turn it up for a gain. Get it up to the 45-yard line. So be
maybe
third
3 yards.
Yeah, 3rd and 6. So passing down here for the Farmers if they put it in the air for the first time tonight.
So we saw a lot of passing out of Maccabee in the first game against Blue Ridge. Didn't see quite as much in North Lamar. Haven't seen any tonight. I'm really interested to see how they attack this Commerce defense.
Speaking of, he's going to go deep. He's looking Grimes' way. Oh, and Grimes comes back and makes the catch.
Yep.
So that one, Maccabee had to set his feet, and Grimes, super fast guy, and a little bit underthrown there by Maccabee, but Grimes does a great job of adjusting to that. Comes back and high points it over the defender. Well, here's our instant replay. Nice gain there on 3rd and 6 for the Farmers. Gets it down to the Tiger 21-yard line.
So, like I said, throw the ball downfield.
Absolutely.
Yeah, it was a great job right there by Grimes coming back and getting that ball.
Miller goes in motion, hands it to Schwartz. Looks like a little bit of a horse collar tackle there. Didn't get the call, but nice play there by the defender. That was Ford. Made a solo tackle. Gain of 1 for the Farmers. Bring up 2nd and 9. Maccabee takes a snap, goes out left. Nice little out route there from Grimes. Good footwork, gets the ball in at the 15-yard line. So it's going to make it 3rd and 4. You got to think Farmersville's in 4-down territory right here. Three receiver set for the Farmers. Schwartz behind Maccabee. Takes a snap, gives to Schwartz around the right side, and he's got a lot of room. Oh, nice little move there by Schwartz. Gets him down to the 1, but yeah, little shoulder shimmy there to the defender, and he catches nothing but air. Schwartz runs right past him. 1st and go for the Farmers from the 1-yard line.
He got close. He's right on it. All right, right on.
I think you got to reward him right here, right?
Yeah, I would. Feed him, feed him, feed him. Do it.
Tigers ready for it that time as they meet him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Bring up 2nd and goal. As the Farmers run in, that is Rylan Mitchell, number 8. And a little bit of size. He comes in for Tristan Florin. be. Sends his guy in motion, takes the snap, hands it.
Oh, they
and
are
that
ready.
was that was a wide open running lane there. I'm not running lane. I'm sorry, rushing lane for the Tigers. As Parker Wilcox read that one perfectly, and he met Schwartz as soon as he was handed the ball. Loss there of 3, so now it'll be 3rd and goal for the Farmers from the 4-yard line.
Now you rethink. They certainly have some plays that they can go to right here that they haven't seen.
But you've got single coverage out there on Grimes,
season,
right?
Yes.
And we've seen him go up and high pointed earlier.
Goodness. For sure. And Amari down here on the other side.
And they run it again with Schwartz, and again, no gain. Wow. That Tiger defensive line has really came together during this possession for the Farmers. And the Farmers are actually, they're going to send in the field goal team here. Yeah. Yeah, that's a little disappointing. 1st and goal from the 1-yard line and not able to punch it in. Of course, tackle for loss doesn't help. But yeah, that's
a tough one.
Yeah,
right
that's a tough one for sure. Aguiar in to attempt the field goal. Looks good, and it is. So Farmers don't come away with a touchdown, but they do come away with points as they extend their lead 10-6 with 2 minutes and 38 seconds to play here in this first quarter.
Yeah, it's a tough one. We'll see if that comes back to bite them as we go further in the game.
Yep.
Depending on how well they're able to hold Commerce and keep them out of the end zone. But if they're not able to keep that offense from running the ball down the field and scoring,
sure,
man, you're trading touchdowns for field goals. So.
And it looks
to be so close.
It looks like Commerce figured something out, right? As far as whatever Farmersville was doing to open up some of those running lanes
to run the ball.
Because we were averaging a pretty nice chunk per carry, and that was 3 plays in a row where we just went backwards. So we'll see what the adjustment is to whatever they've done. You would assume that's kind of. There we go. Jaron, yeah, he's right. We got to protect that quarterback. And that's what I was going to say, and Jaron's exactly right. It's like if they're going to continue to kind of pack the box and try to take away the run, then that's, Maccabee's going to have some guys to throw to that are going to have one-on-one coverage, but we're going to have to be able. Yeah, saw that. They didn't throw the flag. But we're going to have to be able to give Maccabee a little time to do that. So Jaron is exactly right. So the touchback there by Aguiar.
They did throw a flag.
Oh, on the other side, okay.
Yeah.
See if they make them kick it again. But, yeah, you and I saw the same thing. One of the Farmersville coverage guys was a little fired up. Might have been about 2 yards past the kicker, before he kicked it. So, see what they do. If they're going to add this to the end of the play, if they're going to have them there, they're going to have them re-kick it. So,
all
right.
Got to go back.
See if Aguiar can do the same thing again.
Not from there.
So the Farmers will.
I would.
Jaron would. They are going to.
Re-kick it.
Yeah, tee it back up. Send in.
What do you think of the new NFL kicking?
I like it. I like it just from
do?
Yeah, I do. I don't know. I guess it's because it's different. It's just something that's different. They're finally doing something different. And but it doesn't bother me at all.
Me and you about to get sideways.
That's fine because I got tired of seeing them kick it through the back of the end zone every
Well, it's the same thing.
But
now they removed it. Well,
yeah, it's not as
me
much.
and you get into this later.
Yeah. Aguiar took a running start that time, and he puts that foot to it.
He still
That's about the 3-yard line, yeah. Tigers decide to bring it out. He's got a little room to the right side.
About the 32.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nice tackle there for the Farmers. That was Penaloza in there along with Jahir Benegas on the tackle. Tigers will be taking over from their own 32-yard line, so didn't really gain a whole lot by having them re-kick that. They will come out to the line of scrimmage with the play. Looks like McMurray, but maybe someone else in the backfield. Hard to tell from this angle. It is kept by Shirley up the middle. Nice gain there on first down.
About 4 yards.
That was Colbert, running back for the
5 yards
for the Tigers. So spot that at about the 39-yard line. Bring up 2nd and 6 for the Tigers. Again, they continue to run their plays as quick as they can. Shirley looking to the right, no one to go to. Going to roll out that way and throws it over the head of the intended receiver. That was Crosby he was trying to get it to, but looks like a little bit of a broken play. I don't know if Crosby was supposed to stand and block or not. But
nah, it was a broken play. He was looking for someone else out there. I think they're certainly running the ball. They are a running team.
Yeah,
and
for
when
sure.
They do, when they run passing plays, it's just to kind of mix things up. So Farmersville's got to be ready to answer that.
3rd and 6 come to the left side. Nice. Oh, little shovel pass there as he gets it off to Crosby, and he is going to get the first down. Man.
It's those kind of plays that they try to get. They're going to try to get out and shovel it out.
Try to get them out into space.
But that's basically a running play.
Yeah.
It's kind of like an option.
It was a heads-up play by Shirley to go ahead and shovel that one out. Hands off to McMurray on the left side. Nice cut there by McMurray. Gets him close to the line to gain. See where they mark this.
It's coming out.
Yeah, they're gonna mark that as a first down. So 4 new downs here for the Tigers. As Bell checks back in at running back. Crosby goes in motion, hands to Bell around the right side. He's got some room. There's a flag on the play, but Bell runs through the Farmersville defense. We talked about the tackling, and he is into the end zone, but let's see what this flag is for, as Shirley is just going to stand there. I think he knows what it is.
Yep.
It's in that area of holding whenever someone turns the corner and there's that much room, and that is what it is. So that is going to come back. It'll be a 10-yard marker from the flag. But the one thing I don't like about
Shirley
that is
that.
when you finish the play and we still don't bring him down, right? Like you hate to see that because you got to finish the play. And he looked pretty good on that run. We're going to need to bring those ball carriers down. So it'll be 1st and 20, almost 19 at 20 on the penalty as they rotate McMurray back in. Minute 19 to play in this first quarter. Yep. So the Farmers saw the lineman kind of flinch a little bit, but it took a few seconds before they threw the flag. But
it's almost like they were waiting for to see the reaction before they threw it. But yeah, they did put the flag out.
The line judge finally threw it, so
back him up another 5.
Yeah, another 5 yards there, so it'll make it 1st and 25 here for the Tigers. I don't understand. He said offsides. He called offsides against the Farmers.
I did not see that.
No, I'm sorry. I misread. You and I saw the same thing.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all.
I think that's why everybody was a little bit confused. 1st and 15 here. Going to be a handoff to McMurray up the middle.
Good tackle.
Not able to spin out of that one. Nice job there by Nate Martinez. A little help there from Cade Ellis.
Well, and Rafe is back in there, right? We talked about Rafe being hurt and being out last week, and so it's good to see Rafe McCormick back in.
Yep.
And he was in on that tackle too.
2nd and 14 here for the Tigers. Shirley looks to the right side, goes that way. Nice catch by the receiver. Kind of threw it up over the Farmersville linebacking core there to Salvaggi. That'll be 3rd and 4.
Like we had Martinez, Rafe, McCormick again.
And you might see, my guess is if they throw the ball, you're going to see more of that right there where they just do the quick release stuff and they try not to have Shirley stand back in the pocket too long. 3rd and 4. Crosby goes in motion. The Farmers, So I was just about to say the Farmersville linebackers were inching up to the line of scrimmage, and I think that the offensive linemen saw that because they came out of their stance trying to anticipate the rush there. So that'll be a 5-yard penalty and bump it back to 3rd and 9. That's a pretty important 5 yards right there because you go from really being able to run any play you want to now. You know, they may still run the ball, but they've shown tonight that they're going to throw in these 3rd and long situations.
And that's not their strength.
No,
So
as we've seen. Yeah, 1 completion on the night so far. 2 backs in the backfield with Shirley. Looks to his left side. Again, tries to roll that way. Wide open receiver, though. Yeah, he connects to, that was Nash again, and
Nash,
he was standing wide open, no one around him. So first down for the Tigers. And that'll actually be the last play of the first quarter. So through 1 complete quarter here in Farmersville, your Farmers up 10-6. Do want to give a couple of shout outs. Miss Debbie McT, Jaren's grandma, at home watching the game. They're big Farmer fans. When they're not here, they're always tuned in. And then I'd like to say hi to the Scotty family. Again, they're always tuning in, see them around the school sometimes. And when I don't, we know that they're at home supporting the Farmers. So I appreciate Amy and the family for tuning in tonight. Hopefully we can bring a Farmer win to all of our fans at home.
Welcome. Glad you're with us.
So 10-6. Again, you know, that first and goal on the 1, not punching it in, but coming away with points, right? Talked about special teams and how important that can be, but you get the feeling with this this Commerce offense that, you know, you're going to need to take advantage of every possession that you get.
Yep. It's a lead. Feels kind of
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like
you saw the big run.
We didn't take advantage of the opportunity.
Well, and then you saw the big run by Bell, right? Whenever he ran through our, our defensive secondary, and the holding brought it back, but he still showed he could do it, you know, and that's just something else to kind of think about and worry about.
All right, let's get this second quarter started.
So Shirley with 2 backs again. This time Hanston McMurray going around the left side. First time they ran out of a 2-back set. Eventually brought down by Gonzalez, but not before he was able to gain about 8 yards on first down.
Man, Latimer was in the backfield right there.
Yeah.
I thought he had an opportunity to take him down for a loss, but ended up getting away from that tackle and getting about 8 yards.
Nice solo tackle by senior Damian Gonzalez on that one. Makes it 2nd and 2 for the Tigers as they stay in a 2-back set. I believe that is Bell in the backfield with McMurray. Shirley takes a snap, looks to the left, throws it up, and that is intercepted.
That's all day.
Ethan Stone with great coverage goes up, pulls that one down. And that's a big play right there.
That's huge. Ethan's made some good plays in the first couple of games. He's been beat up a little bit. And
Jaren's right. What a catch.
He's been beat up a little bit from from the Blue Ridge game, that kind of thing.
Yes.
But Ethan is a super great athlete and super fast. And he makes a great play right there. He's in perfect position, goes up, makes the play. So that's awesome right there for Ethan.
Another one of those kind of two-way players. You'll see him. He's out here on offense right now. So
yes, you'll see him both ways. He had the big home run against Blue Ridge, right? That got called back. Remember?
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
So
could have been the game winner. So the Farmers on the turnover are going to be starting from their own 20. Maccabee floats it out here to Florin. Right off the top of his hands.
Just off his hands.
Yep. Incompletion on first down to bring up 2nd and 10. Say hi to another Farmer fan, Chris Smith, who played ball here in Farmersville many moons ago. Chris is with his family on the way to Houston, probably to play some sort of sporting event. So hi to the Smith family. Safe travels.
Hello.
2nd and 10 here for the Farmers. 3-receiver set. Schwartz in the backfield with Maccabee. Sends a guy in motion, goes to Schwartz on the right side, dances through that defensive line, gets into the secondary. He's going to be maybe half a yard short. Depends on where they mark this. Going to give him a gain of, about 9.5. So 3rd and less than a yard here for the Farmers. Didn't really excel at this yardage earlier, down by the goal line. So see if they go a little deeper into the playbook, or maybe they're just able to push through this yard. Stone goes in motion, fakes to Stone, gives to Schwartz, and just not able to pick up the short yardage again. Has not been
looks like they're going to punt
the
it.
down and distance that the Farmers have excelled at. So, yeah, they're going to send their punt team in.
And Paxton out to do a punt.
It is.
Senior Paxton Graves was in to punt for the Farmers. Again, that's another one of those, Mike, that, man, that 1 yard makes a huge difference. Huge difference.
Sure does.
Didn't really give your defense a whole lot of time to kind of catch their breath and send them back out. Graves gets the snap. Kicks it away from the returner and takes a nice Farmersville roll. That one's going to go inside of the 30-yard line down to about the 28. So nice pump there by Graves.
Yeah, he's done a great job.
Yep.
So far this season in his punts,
yep.
right? He's done we've had, I think in the Blue Ridge game, we had 3 punts down inside the 5-yard line, right? And that's a good one right there.
That's a weapon. Yeah. You know, being able to do that is definitely a weapon you get to use. Yep. So Tigers taking over from their own 29-yard line, let's call it. Farmersville defense, again, you're kind of leaning on them right now to be able to stop this run and get that offense back out there on the field, but the offense is struggling in those short yardage situations. So you know that Coach Howard and his crew are up there right now kind of seeing what they can figure out. And
yeah, Mr. Graves rolling out there at left corner.
Yeah. Bell in the backfield with Shirley. Crosby goes in motion, goes to Bell around the left side. Got a little bit of room, and he shows off some of his speed as he gets to the sideline. Nice job there by Miller bringing him down, but nice game by Bell on first down. Gets it into Farmers territory. And again, he's just running too far before we're getting our first contact with him. You know, he's just running around some of those defenders, and you know, there were some decent blocks out there, but can't let him get 20 yards downfield before we're able to put a hand on him to tackle him. 1st and 10 here for the Tigers from the Farmersville 43-yard line. Bell stays in the backfield with Shirley. Hands to Bell again, coming around the right side. He's got a little bit of room again. So he gets inside of the 40 down to the 39-yard line. Another nice gain on first down. They're really picking up.
They're making tackles, but they're getting chunks before they're getting touched.
Yeah.
And that's their game, right? They run the ball, and they are doing it in chunks and making Farmersville pay for it.
Hand it to McMurray going around the left side. Little side step from McMurray gets him inside of the 30. So another 7-8 yards there per rush for the Tigers.
Yeah, I think they've seen something that they can take advantage of from the Farmersville defense. They've seen it on film, and it's something that they do well. So they're hitting it.
Farmersville slid into a 5-man front that time. And they were able to make contact with McMurray in the backfield, just not able to bring him down as he runs through the tackle.
And another first down.
Yeah, and another first down. So you did see a little.
They are going to pound it.
Yeah, they tried a little different look there. As you saw Farmersville rotate into a 5-man front, and they're going to get called for too many men on the field. As McMurray goes around the left side, picks up about 5 or 6, but they're going to take the 5 here.
Take the 5 and the first down.
Yeah. So they'll make it 1st and 5 from about the 10-yard line, 11-yard line of the Farmers. So, yeah, I mean, Commerce offense just kind of rolling right now. It's having a hard time finding the answer to that running game.
It is okay.
It's okay for now, Jaron.
Just want to see those, that front 7 step up and make some stops right here. I think that's key. They got to step up and make some stops.
1st and 5 here for the Tigers. And they can send as many receivers on as they want, but they're going to be running the ball. Turn around, hands it to Crosby. First time we've seen him run the ball, and he's a load. He's a big boy. He's one of the bigger skill position, if not the biggest skill position that they've got. He gets down to close to the line of the game. They're going to mark him 1 yard short, so it'll be 2nd and 1 there from the about 7-yard line. Farmers rotate Tayshawn Davis back in there again, trying to add a little size to that defensive line. Two backs in the backfield with Shirley. It could have been a false start because the Farmers defense was sliding. What they were doing was sliding.
They slid, and
Yep, and it made them flinch again. They did that earlier in that first quarter. So,
and that's a call.
So we'll move them back 5 yards here, make it a little bit harder on second down. Again, we saw them do that earlier when they slid into that 5-man front again, just trying to block as many of those, get as many people in gaps as you can, try to get those ball carriers to kick it out, give you a chance for that linebacking core to run them down from the side. But they've done a good job of adjusting that, the Tigers have. This time Shirley fakes it, goes around the left side.
Pressure.
Yeah.
Who is that?
And that was Jahir.
Is it?
Yeah. Nice pursuit
Jahir
there by
Venegas. Great job.
Yeah.
Getting out there, because that's what pushed him out of bounds.
Just really good
Great
pursuit there. Yeah. Pushes them out of bounds at the 10-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and, let's call it 4.5, as the Tigers send Crosby back in. Got McMurray in there as well. This time he hands it to number 1, coming around nice. Oh, he might have spun. He's going to be short, so it's going to be 4th and 1.
It's going to be really close.
That was Colbert on the carry. That was Ray Davis on the tackle. Went in there.
He almost spun away and got it.
Yeah. Ray went in there with a low tackle on a kid bigger than you. It's what you're supposed to do, and he just kind of spun off of that, picked up an extra yard. But it does make it 4th down and 1 to go. Tigers obviously going to go for it here. Two backs in the backfield with Bell and McMurray. Hand to Bell, coming around the right side, and Tayshawn Davis blows it up. He blows it up and throws Bell for about a 5-yard loss. Huge play there. Tayshawn Davis able to, man.
OMG.
Can we, there's that instant replay.
OMG.
Can we,
right.
we see that again? If we could, that was,
come on.
He did an awesome job there of splitting that block and grabbing Bell and throwing him down. So huge play there by that Farmersville defense. We had talked about how well they've been running the ball, and that time the defense said, nope, not anymore. So Farmers are going to take over from their own 18-yard line. That's Rafe McCormick in the backfield. Rafe getting his first time on offense tonight. Going to hand to Rafe up the middle. He's going to block it, or running out to the left side. Spins out of 1 tackle. Brought down at about the 15-yard line. So
about a gain of a yard or
gained
two.
a couple there, but Rafe showing a few moves. His first carry of the game. 2nd and 8 here for the Farmers. For some reason, I just kind of feel like you're about to see a go route here by Grimes. It's just kind of.
I would love to see that.
Yeah, it just seems like it's kind of setting it up, doesn't it?
Yep, they're setting that up, and they've got speed on the outside on both sides.
Yeah.
Amari, Warren, and Grimes, they can they can fly.
Oh, that should have been offsides, but he got back in time. Fakes it, rolls out to the right side, goes into the flat to Stone. Great catch by Stone as the defender dives and tries to knock the ball away, but Stone able to go ahead and concentrate through all of that movement there and pulls it in for the first down. Really nice ball there by Levi Maccabee as well.
Yeah.
Right outside of the reach of that defender.
Yeah, don't sleep on Ethan Stone.
No.
And we talk about
his athleticism,
Grimes and Amari Warren and that kind of thing, but
yeah.
Ethan Stone's going to make some plays too.
He already got an interception on the night. So 6.5 minutes to play here in this first half. The Farmers pick up their first down. Looking to try to go down there and add to this 10-6 lead that they've got right now. Rafe McCormick stays in the backfield with Maccabee. Takes the snap. Hands to Rafe on that right side. Rafe, nowhere to go.
No.
Crosby, he made a nice play there as he was in the backfield in a hurry. Loss on the play of 1. Bring up 2nd and 11.
I think they're playing the run well, except for the one time that Gordon was able to bust it loose.
Yep.
Right, but they're playing the run pretty well.
Yeah,
and they're running the ball well on us. I think we have an opportunity to.
I don't know if it's a personnel thing, if they've rotated some other guys in there, or if they've made an adjustment on their defense. But yeah, they've definitely done a good job of shutting down the Farmersville run game. But I agree, that's got to open up some passing lanes somewhere, right? And Grimes is out here. It looks like they've got a little safety help over here, but he can still outrun that. We've seen him do that. And that's what they're going to do is. That's Warren that they're going to. Yeah, he's gotten into a little hand fighting there and not able to.
Yeah, I think he got tied up a little bit with them, pushing and shoving.
They just knocked him off of his route. Oh, there's a flag in the backfield, though. That is going to be roughing the passer. Huh. Yes, personal foul, roughing the passer against the Tigers. I didn't see that as I was watching the ball.
I was watching the ball downfield.
Yeah. And so that'll be a 15-yard penalty and a new set of downs for the Farmers.
Plenty of time.
Absolutely. 5.5 minutes with 3 timeouts. And the Farmers get the ball to start the second half as well. So let's not forget to mark. Okay, let's not forget to mark off the yardage. So that'll move it out to the Farmersville 39-yard line. And you do see a little safety help over here on Drake Grimes, and we've seen him outrun that help before. You'll see that ball before long.
Yeah, and
hands off to McCormick up the middle, and he is off to the races.
Oh, he is gone.
He runs right through that Tiger defense, and he scores for the Farmers. 61-yard touchdown run.
I love
for
that.
Yeah.
Don't hurt his ankle, please.
No kidding.
I'd love to see that for that kid.
What a little burst there. There you see it on the instant replay. And it's funny. He went. Looks like he ran past the linebackers before they even knew he was there. Again, he's not the tallest kid on the field, and he does a good job of hiding behind those. But they didn't know until he ran past them.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Aggie are on for the point after. Puts it up and through.
He's good. Yep.
So 5 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in this first half, and your Farmers put another one on the board.
Good
jump
job,
out,
Ray.
17
Love
to
to
6.
See that. Love to see that. We've been talking up Rafe since last year, right?
Yeah, he got some playing time at the end of the year, and we really surprised us.
And and he's like, well, okay, who's this kid, right? Who's this small kid coming out there, and he comes up and makes huge plays. He plays like a man.
He was
like
bringing the wood.
Man.
Yeah,
and then I followed him through his powerlifting this season, and he is an absolute beast. Right?
Yep.
He is a strong man. Stronger than me, stronger than you. He is a beast. So I enjoyed kind of following him and seeing what he did, so I love watching kids like that succeed, and do good things. And he's coming out here and he's using his skills
he's fighting
to help
through
the
an
team.
injury to do it.
Yeah, he had an injury. He was out last week and comes right back and then has a huge run like that, and so.
That definitely helps.
Good for him.
Yeah, it helps.
Good for him.
Helps his confidence, and it just, it kind of proves that all the time and effort that he put in was worth it. So.
Oh yeah.
Farmers teeing it up here as the Tigers send 2 deep, but considering how Aguiar's been kicking it, they may not get a chance to return this one. We'll see.
He's been hitting them deep. Looks like he's going to do it again.
He does. That is going to be taken at about the 1-yard line. So look at Stone flying downfield, just not able to get the right angle, but right there. Good job by this Farmersville kick coverage team as they bring the returner down at about the 20-yard line. Another nice play by, that was Penaloza in there, and I believe that was Jahir with him again. So the Tigers with 5 minutes and 10 seconds, 3 timeouts here. And again, when you talk about that rushing offense, unless they break a big one, right, it's hard to just have a quick strike offense and get down there and score really quickly. Now, 5 minutes, plenty of time. But it's and they do run plays quickly, but it's assuming you can, keep them to a normal gain.
Yep.
It's harder to have contain. Yeah, harder to have that quick strike offense.
But we haven't contained very well in the last couple of drives.
There's been some chunks. Yeah, there's been some chunks for sure.
Hit some chunks in 8, 10 yards at a time. And that's what we've got to.
Hands to McMurray. Dances through a hole in the middle of that offensive line. Picks up about 2. Yeah. Nice job there by, looks like Gonzalez was in there along with Green. 2nd and 8 as the Tigers have a little problem trying to figure out what they want. They run one receiver run real late out there, Nash, and luckily Stone saw that because it's exactly what they were trying to do.
Get him.
Nice job.
Is that
Throws
Latimer?
The ball up for grabs. I think that was Ellis. Yeah, that was Ellis. Yeah.
Ellis. Great job getting out there, putting the pressure on. And
Junior linebacker Cade Ellis had his name called a couple of times tonight. Flag on the play, though. But, yeah, they tried to sneak a receiver on. Really heads-up play there by Stone of seeing that. Because he didn't come into the huddle. He just took 2 steps on, and they tried to throw to him. But I saw a flag, but I never saw a call. Did you?
Nope. No call made. Maybe he must have waved it.
Yeah, I must have an inadvertent flag or something. So it's going to be 3rd and 8. Be a nice stop here for the Farmers if they can get this ball back from the Tigers. And that's going to be a false start, I believe. Yep.
Moving back a little bit.
Yeah, Tigers offense a little out of sorts on this possession as they are going to set up here for a 3rd and 13. And I promise you,
that's tough when you want to run the ball, and that's what you do.
Right now, what they're thinking is we've got to figure out a way to put a body on Tayshawn Davis because we saw what he did the last big defensive play whenever he threw the ball to the carrier down for a loss. And then on the other side, you got Latimer, who we haven't said his name yet, but it takes 2 guys to block him. So one of those guys can put a little pressure on.
Either of those guys, yes.
Yeah.
They've got to block Latimer and Tayshawn, no doubt.
Shirley takes the snap, looks to the left side. Again, there's what we were just talking about. That's what we were just talking about. That was Ellis, and it looks like Tayshawn was in there again.
Tayshawn got over there. Tayshawn came all the way from the left side. They put 2 blockers on him. He had 2 guys block him, and he was able to get around that defense and help clean that up.
Looked like he and Ellis, and I couldn't tell who was out there so far away and we're getting old, but that was a really nice play by the defense there. So the Tigers are going to be kicking out of their own end zone here as Grimes sets up at about the Farmersville 45-yard line to take this punt. You know that he would love to get the ball in his hands and try to.
It's a crazy punt.
Nice job by the punter. Picks up a really low snap, and then he's going to get a. Yeah, that was a really nice punt there. Didn't roll as much as I thought it was going to, but it does barely get over the midfield stripe. So Farmersville will be taking over from their own 49-yard line with 3.5 minutes to play here in this first half. Points here would be huge because, again, you get the ball to start the second half, and you take a running team, and now you take them out of that, that mindset of being able to just kind of melt the clock away with that running game. And so, yeah, it'd be really, really important to go down there and put some points on the board and extend this 11-point lead.
Yeah, and there's some mental aspect to the game too, as far as how the guys are approaching it and what their energy and that kind of thing. We saw what happened with Blue Ridge when they jumped out to a 30-6 lead going into halftime, and
had a lead.
Then they came back and they couldn't
last week.
Yes, and then last week it was back and forth, just a shootout. And so certainly points are big and confidence is big.
Maccabee goes right across the middle, hits Kari Miller. Nice ball by Maccabee. Miller gets down to about the 30-yard line, 29, before he's brought down.
Got lights.
Yeah, I got to. Anytime you see the lights, you're like, oh man. After last week.
Yeah, I was going to say after last week, it's like, come on, not again.
1st and 10 here for the Farmers. Nice gain there on first down on a really nice ball by Levi Maccabee.
He can sling it.
Yeah. Fakes it to Miller, gives it to Rafe up the middle, and just got leg tackled there. Rafe did. Otherwise, he is. They're still trying to run him down from behind, but picks up about 2. Bring up 2nd about 9. Farmers taking a little time getting this play call in. 15 seconds on the play clock. Maccabee gives the Instruction to his O-line. Snaps it, hands it to McCormick. Nice little move there by Rafe.
Great
Loses
job
his balance, but keeps
was,
it long enough to get the first down.
He lost his balance for about 10 yards. He did a great job right there. You can see the replay.
Nice job. He just continues to stumble forward, you know. 1st and 10 here for the Farmers. Ball on their own, or on the Tiger 18-yard line. Getting close to 2 minutes to play here in this first half. McCormick stays in the backfield. 3 receivers for the Farmers. Gives to McCormick up the middle, and
nothing.
Yeah, there were two Tiger defensive linemen that looks like they might have slipped a block there. It might have been a little, maybe a little miscommunication on that offensive line. Those guys were in there quick and easy.
Yeah,
looks like we got some more lights going off on this side of the field now. So it'll be 2nd and 10 here. Oh, going to be a flag. Pointing at Grimes. I think
he jumped.
He might have flinched a little bit. So they're going to call a false start against the Farmers. So 2nd and 10 just turned into 2nd and 15 with, again, 1:18. I know they're taking their time, and you got 3 timeouts, but you might want to give yourself enough time to make sure you can run all the plays you need to. Clock is running as well.
Lights may be an issue.
Yeah. McAbee looks to the left. Little double move there with Grimes, and that is intercepted in the end zone. So that's what we had talked about, is getting safety help, you know, when you've got a guy that's beating so many people on these individual routes. And so safety there, number 11 for the, you'll see him right here on the replay, but that was Marla or Maria, I can't tell. But did a really nice job of just kind of cutting under that route and goes up and gets the ball before Grimes. So
yeah, just throwing a little short.
Yeah.
You'd like to see McAbee throw that ball up a little bit more and give Grimes a chance to go up and
or just
contest a play. Right?
Throw it sooner before you give the safety enough time to kind of run under it. So, yeah, that's a tough one. That's a really tough one. You see right here is ball just kind of floats a little bit, and the safety just able to get back under it. So goes to the left side there on 1st down, picks up about, they're going to mark that at about the 25-yard line, 26. So see what the Tigers can do here in a true hurry up.
They're hurrying, but I don't think they're really hurrying. I don't think they're looking to score
they're
right
hoping
here
to
unless they can hit a home run, right?
And that was a nice play there by the quarterback, Shirley. So the receiver that he wanted to throw to, Nash, was actually out there blocking. And so he just throws it over his head and throws it out of bounds. Stops the clock with 35 seconds. But, yeah, that was just a completely busted play there for the Tigers.
They may take a shot, but that's not their game. So I don't expect much here.
Fakes it to Bell, goes up the middle, and he's brought down.
Yeah.
Nice play there there's Ellis and Latimer both on that play. I think they're going to let the clock run here. I don't know if Farmersville's going to take a timeout or if they're all going to be happy to just go into the locker room. And it looks like
I think they're going.
Yeah, they don't have to snap it. No, Farmersville's going to call their timeout here, so they're going to make them kick it. And here's the reason why you do that is because if you remember the last punt, the snap rolled back to the punter, right? He did a really good job of blocking it and getting it off, but now you make them snap it again after it just rolled back there.
Sure.
And if they do it, great. They execute whatever. But if they don't, and you're this deep in their territory, then give yourself a chance to
put one up in the end zone.
Right. Yeah. Just try to get some points in one way or another. So here's a replay of that last one there. As again, you saw nice play there from Ellis. Got a little help from Ryland Mitchell turning him back in. So nice job of that Farmersville defense. So yeah, let's see what the little pressure right now on that deep snapper after that last one. And you still have Grimes if he's able to get his hands on a return. Never know.
Well, you certainly have some athleticism back there returning the ball.
Kicks that one away from Grimes. That goes out of bounds. So
out of bounds.
So you do have 10 seconds and 2 timeouts. And you're going to be taking. I mean, you can give yourself a chance at a long field goal if you can gain.
Need to tackle better.
Jaron's right. They need to tackle better on defense, and they've done that here recently. But Jaron, you're right. Those tackles are really important. So the Farmers from the Tiger 44-yard line, 10 seconds.
See what they can do.
Send their play in with the offenses. You got Warren going to the far side. Got a little receive.
You got Rafe over here. You got
5 wide. You got 4 here on this near side.
Rafe and Ethan Stone.
Sure looks like
back here on the
looks like it's
side.
setting up for a quick little bubble screen, doesn't it? Sure is. Oh, and it goes out of bounds. Overthrows. Man, I see what you're trying to do. You're just trying to gain 15 yards to give yourself a chance, but throws the ball over the outstretched hands of Stone. So now you're going to run a little bit more traditional play. Again, you would like to put yourself in field goal range, but they may throw this one deep and just see if they can get lucky. And they can, because we've seen Grimes go up and take it away from a couple of defenders already this year. Run it with Rafe up the middle. He is flipped down at about the 41-yard line. That'll be the last play of the first half. So Farmersville defense does a really good job of stepping up when you needed them to, and create, turn the ball over on downs, and nice job of putting some pressure on the quarterback when they did try to throw. Offense having a little trouble getting into rhythm, but we've seen them do that, where they've been able to score on 3 consecutive possessions whenever they had a hard time finding some rhythm. So we're going to bring y'all the halftime here in Farmersville. You'll get a chance to see the award-winning Farmersville band, the pride and thrill of Farmersville. And stay tuned after that. We'll bring y'all the second half. Be right back.
saxophones. Players, spectators, and high scorers alike, get ready to press start on an epic adventure with the Commerce High School Roaring Tiger Band. This year's show, Game On, is a quest through the ultimate playlist of video game classics. We're leveling up with the legendary sounds of Final Fantasy, unlocking the hero mode with Medal of Honor, featuring color guard soloist Daquan Brown, and our brass quintet with Emma Ocken on sousaphone, Edwin Chavez on trombone, Corey Orso on mellophone, Jamie Broccoli on trumpet, and all-state trumpet player Ethan Golding. So grab your controllers because we're about to hit the field and power up. Game on. May the rhythm be ever in your favor. And now, with the sounds of excellence, we present your Commerce High School Roaring Tiger Marching Band. all for your kind attention. Enjoy the second half of the game. And go Tigers!
Ladies and gentlemen, once again, a big shout out to the Commerce Tiger Band. Great performance. And now, please welcome your Farmersville Farmerettes. Ladies and gentlemen, the Farmerettes are under the direction of Leslie Ellis, assistant Deidre Varela, and Mary Hernandez. Please make some noise for our Lieutenant, Blanca Martinez, Lieutenant Mila Ficinko, First Lieutenant Arabelle Red, Lieutenant Captain Alexis Tiffy, and Captain Haley Driver. The Farmerette of the Week is Jenna McLean. The Spirit Girl of the Week is Haley Driver. Ladies, your music is on. Make some noise once again for your Farmersville Farmerettes.
Faith, the audio, the bars that bounce up and down on the left side of your program window, those are called VU meters. That's your audio measurement. When they start playing those bars like anytime in the yellow, you're good. Yeah, you want them to peak in the yellow. So if they're in the top part of the green a lot, that's great. If they're in the yellow here and there, that's great too. If they go into the red, it's too loud. If they're only ever into the bottom of the green, that's too quiet. Absolutely. Is that Cooper Scott?
One of them.
Mic check whenever they're ready to go.
Let me catch another shot. Thank you. So 1 sec. So if y'all want to tell me when the solos are coming up, I can get people on camera if you care. Mr. Cross is up here. I just like getting as much of the cool different stuff as I can. Yeah, right?
First feature is going to be right down the 50-yard line.
Oh, wait.
Signal to start reading. Signal G to start reading.
Ladies and gentlemen, for your halftime enjoyment, Farmersville ISD is proud to present the thrill of the video, the Farmersville High School Marching Band. The band is under the direction of Scott Cross, Clint Cox, Chloe Cardona, Ryan Chambers, Kyla Cross, and Stacy Hay. Drum majors for the band are Bryson Williams and Olivia Banks. Color guard captains are Natalie Insignias, Haven Doolin, and Arabelle Jaquez. Squad members of the week are Pablo Zacharias and Elijah Davis. And now, the Thrill of DeVille presents their 2024 show, Aurora. Department would like to thank the following sponsors for their support throughout the season. H2A Labor Assistance, the J.D. Russell Company, E&T Honeybees, Hargrave and Hargrave Foundation Repair, Knops AC Shop, Infinity 13 Studios, Pizza Getty, Cindy Leisure Insurance Company, Farmersville Hardware and Grain. The band's next performance will be next Friday right here in Farmersville. Until then, we say thank you and go Farmers!
All right. Welcome back to the second half. Your Farmers 11-point lead here, 17-6. And to be honest, Mike, I was expecting the Tigers to have a little bit more than 6 points, the way that offense rolled a little bit. But give credit to Coach Blassengame and that defense for dialing up some really nice stunts there and some big plays on that. There was a 4th and 1.
Definitely had an opportunity. Tayshawn Davis came up big on that stop. So, yeah, good job by the defense, shutting them down and keeping them out of the end zone and keep this game, as low scoring as it is. Farmers have had some opportunities, and we're looking to get them rolling. But it's got to get this offense figured out, right? They haven't thrown the ball a lot, right? They've thrown the ball 6 times, right?
Yep.
4 for 6 from Maccabee on the offense, and they've got some big weapons on the outside, and even in the slot receivers, they've got some big time offensive players that can make plays. Like to see them stretch it out a little bit and make some plays like that.
Well, we saw, we talked about it, and then we saw it whenever, they rolled those safeties, and that's whenever they were undercut that one interception by Maccabee. But you remember last week with Florin, who ran that little drag route a couple of times. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see a very similar play, and they did that with Kari Miller one time there in that second quarter. Wouldn't surprise me at all to see them continue to try to pull all those guys out of that zone and then open up the middle of that field and hit some of those intermediate routes. But
I think Farmersville has a pretty wide range of talent on their offense, and they have the ability to stretch it out. You've got those really fast guys that can stretch it out on the outside and can go up and make plays, and you've got guys that can run the ball. So I think they have a good opportunity to keep defenses off balance and and do some different things, and instead of getting really one-sided. I think there's an opportunity there to take advantage of that. So we'll see what Farmersville does here in the second half.
Well, they had two running touchdowns, one for 61 and one for 59, so they can do that. There is the second half kick. Wow, that was nice, nice bounce there for the Farmers, a little pooch kick. And what it did is, Jahir he's running back there. He doesn't see the ball, and it spins back into him. So that was just one of those kind of a little bit backspin on that kick. But Farmers do a good job of jumping on that ball, and they're going to have pretty decent field position here as they'll take over from their own 33-yard line.
Sure, great place to start. So I'm really interested to see what Coach Howard dials up this second half right here.
So they will start with Schwartz back in the backfield behind Maccabee, or normal 3-receiver set. Florin is in there in that H-back position, so. Maccabee takes the snap, fakes it, goes out to Warren. tried a little screen there.
They read that well. They read that really well. I think they almost jumped it and intercepted it.
Well, and that happened last week, you know. And what that sets you up for is a little bit of a double move. You fake that screen and you send him, and I think you're going to have a lot of room there. And maybe that's what they're trying to do here, is just set up some plays that they're going to run later on in the second half. 2nd and 10. McAbee takes a snap, hands to Schwartz up the middle. That's a hard-fought yard, half a yard, as the Tigers they've definitely done a good job of shutting down.
Yep, and they're fired up.
Yeah, and that referee's going to the sideline to talk to somebody. That's interesting. He's addressing the sideline, not necessarily a coach.
I didn't see him. Seemed like he walked right past the coaches.
Yeah. So it'll be 3rd and call it 10, about 9.5, as he starts the game clock. Farmers looking to the sideline. Same guys out there on offense with your receivers, and Schwartz in the backfield behind McAbee. Takes a snap, looks to the left side. Goes deep for Grimes, and he got tripped up, and there is a flag on the play there. That'll be pass interference there. Yeah, Grimes was not able to get up to full speed there as he got his legs tangled up and couldn't tell. You'll see here on the instant replay. Not able to get the exact angle we needed, but should be a 15-yard penalty. The Commerce coach is out there saying that it was uncatchable, but it's hard to tell if it's uncatchable or not.
There's
because
a different. That's probably a defensive holding call right there.
Yeah,
which is different.
Yeah,
but
they gave him the 15 for the pass interferences. That's going to move it out to
Okay.
But you don't know if it's uncatchable or not, because he's
on the
he
ground.
went down 20 yards before the ball hit the ground.
He's on the ground, right.
First down for the Farmers on the penalty, close to the midfield stripe. McAbee takes the snap, hands to Schwartz, dances around that right side. He's got a little bit of room. There's a flag on the play. That is in the. That's either going to be a face mask or a hold.
Yeah.
Depends on was on the tackle or before the tackle, and that's going to be a holding against the Farmers. So it'll be 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Yeah, good gain on first down.
Great run right there by Gordon. Just got a little bit too much grab on one of those blocks and going to bring it back.
This is one of those weird, they'll mark it from the spot of the foul, so now you'll have 1st and 14, which isn't a common down and distance by any means. Farmers in a little tighter formation here. McAbee gives to Stone on the end around, looking to get to the corner. Does turn the corner and picks up a few yards there as he's able to outrun the reach of Bell.
Gets about back to the original line of scrimmage, so it's going to be about 2nd and 10. But he used his speed to hit that corner right there.
2nd and 10 upcoming. And Farmers just on this side of the 50-yard line. Mari Warren split to the far side. Grimes and Stone. Receivers on this side with Schwartz in the backfield with McAbee. They look to the sideline to get their play call. Stone in motion. McAbee gives to Schwartz around the right side. Bounces off the first couple of tacklers. Eventually brought down at about the 47-yard line. Gain of about 4 there on 2nd down is going to make it 3rd and a long 6. I think if you pick up a couple here, you might be in 4-down territory, Mike.
Sure.
McAbee almost got the defensive end to jump there as he tried the hard count. Look to the sideline. Under 10 on the play clock.
Have to go pretty quick.
Gets it off with 2 to go. Hands to Schwartz and nowhere to go as Crosby just runs up, meets him at the line of scrimmage, and that's where he'll go down. So it looks like they are going to send in the punt team. Paxton Graves into punt. Number 13, Malik Garcia back for the Tigers. Graves looks to the sideline, gets the call.
Graves done a good job this year. We'll see.
See if he can pin the Tigers here.
Yeah, see if
aims it to the right side.
Get a good roll.
Gets a nice roll. That's going to be an awesome punt. Look at that.
That's what he's figured out.
Yeah.
That's what he's figured out.
That's a weapon.
Yes,
I'm telling
absolutely.
you, that is a weapon because
he did it again.
Yeah, the Tigers are going to be taking over from their own 3-yard line.
That's
so
4 times
excellent
that
punt
I've seen
there.
him put punts inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
And that is a huge weapon.
And he doesn't kick it real high. He gets the roll and the angle that he wants. He did an excellent job there. Yeah.
Yep.
So the Tigers, with 9 minutes and 14 seconds to play here in this third quarter, will be taking over for their first time. Looks like McMurray and no. And it's Bell in the backfield. So they send 2 receivers out to the right side. Hands to Bell up the middle. Got some room around the left side, and he's off to the races.
He sure did.
Yeah. Eventually brought down at about the 27-yard line. Looks like that was Jahir that made the tackle,
yeah.
Is there a flag on the? There sure is. There's a flag back on the 5-yard line. That looks like it's coming back. Could have been, might have been a hole. I mean, a big old hole over there for a reason. If there was a hold there on that offensive line. See what the call
he says.
is.
Yeah, that certainly undoes a nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
That was an unsportsmanlike, and there's a lot of different reasons. There could have been someone that was. One of the coaches could have been too far out. Somebody could have been on the field. There's a lot of different reasons that they would call it unsportsmanlike there. But, man, that is a really interesting call. So that is going to move it back to the 2-yard line. So 1st and 11 as he hands it off to McMurray.
Yeah.
Big yards there for McMurray. Eventually brought down by Mitchell for the Farmers, but not before he's able to get a first down.
They've just been really struggling with stopping that consistent run from Commerce. They just hammer them, and they've been really successful.
Another run for the Tigers. Jaron agrees as well. Yeah. Gain of about 4 on first down.
Yep.
Green getting up from the bottom of that pile. Along with Weston Davis. McMurray in the backfield. Crosby offset as the H-back. Looks to the right side. And that is almost intercepted. Paxton Graves read it well. Got his hands on it, but just not able to pull that one in.
I thought he had that one.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that was an outstanding read. Great play right there. But I thought he had the interception. If he had that interception, that's going to the distance.
Oh,
that's going for the –
yeah.
It's going to the house right there.
Surely, he just kind of stared that receiver down, and Paxton did a really good job of reading his eyes and jumping that route. So 3rd and 6 here for the Tigers, and what would normally be a – obvious passing situation, but we'll see what they decide to do as they are going to run it. McMurray goes to the right side. He is brought down. Nice job there by the Farmers, led by Cade Ellis.
Yep, Cade
able
Ellis.
to wrap him around the waist and, keeps him from gaining any yards on that 3rd down run.
Rylan Mitchell also went on that tackle right there. That was a great play, big play.
Yep.
Big time of the game right here.
So the Tigers will send in their punt team. We've, saw earlier where they kicked one kind of short out of bounds. They had a snap that was a little bit low and rolled back there. So see if
formation is a little bit awkward.
Trying to spread everybody out a little. Send someone in motion, little gunner. Yeah, he took off way too soon.
Yeah.
Punt goes to the left. Farmers are going to let it bounce. It's going to cross the 50, but that is probably going to be an offsides against the Tigers, which I think you'll take your 5 yards at the end of this. I don't know. They may make them repunt it. We'll see. So they're going to call it as a false start, but really it was just Yeah, they're going to add 5 to the end of it. Yep, Jaron, you're right. That's what they're going to do. They're going to add 5 to the end of the kick there, so they'll take over in Tiger territory. 7.5 minutes.
46-yard line, heading in.
7.5 minutes to play, and you get your second possession because your defense held them there, so that's nice. Kari Miller back in for the Farmers, being the slot on the far side with Amari Warren.
Got Rafe coming in.
Yep, Rafe in the running back. Grimes out here. Again, Grimes is getting double cut. You see the safety number 11 who's rolling over here to Grimes because they've had some film, obviously, in those first 2 games. 3 touchdown grabs for Grimes in the first 2. Looks like a little bit of miscommunication there between who that was actually supposed to go to, but Rafe gets the ball and picks up about 8 on a nice hard run there. So right there in the instant replay, there was just a little.
It looked like a broken play, but good job of just getting the ball and getting upfield.
Farmers inside of the 40-yard line of the Tigers. Second and a long 3. McCormick stays in the game behind Maccabee. Fuller in there in the H-back position. Farmers found the play that they want. Send Miller in motion. Fakes to Miller, hands to Rafe. Going to get close to the line. No, he's actually only going to get about a yard there. I thought he had a little more than that.
He's going to be a couple yards short.
Yep. Let's bring up 3rd and a long 2 here for the Farmers. Short 3. Quick to the line of scrimmage, but looks like taking a little time to get the play in. Again, one of those, you're in 4-down territory, but you've got Paxton Graves who's turned into such a weapon at punter that, if you wanted to try to pin them deep again, you can definitely do that. So,
I agree.
Thank you, Jaron. Florian goes in motion, hands to McCormick off the right side, nowhere to go. Crosby, but I think he might have got some face mask because that flag came in. Let's see here. Yep, that is a personal foul, face mask against the Tigers. Crosby made a great play there on that 3rd down run, but got too much of that face mask. And that'll be an automatic 1st down for the Farmers after the 15-yard mark-off. So really fortunate play there for the Farmers after getting stopped on 3rd down. Three receivers for the Farmers again. See if they've been kind of pounding the ball. See if they're trying to set up some sort of play action or something like that.
Yep, certainly have some weapons outside they can take advantage of.
That's what they're going to do. Is Maccabee looks to the left, throws it right down the middle.
And there's Grimes.
Oh, and Grimes.
He's going to.
You know what happened there is he expected number 7. He expected the defender to actually hit the ball. He mistimes it. Here, watch this instant replay. Number 7 mistimes it, and Grimes wasn't expecting it right there, and it hits him in the face mask. Yeah.
Man, he's going to kick himself for that one. Yeah. That's a touchdown. He's just,
That is a great throw there by Maccabee. But, Grimes was, he kind of shielded by the defender.
Yep.
And, just got on him really quick. But you and I just talked about, putting that ball in the air, and that's what they do, and just not able to convert. Hands to McCormick up the middle. No gain on the play, maybe a gain of 1. Inside of 5.5 minutes to play here in this 3rd quarter, they're going to send Rafe off. He must have a little blood, or his shoe came off, or blood or something.
Not sure. Well, he was
banged
up. He was out. He was out last week. He was in a boot. Nursing an ankle injury.
No, he's got blood on his knee because the ref is the one that tapped him on the shoulder and said he needed to leave. Yeah,
gotcha.
3rd and 9 upcoming for the Farmers. Maccabee looks to the left, goes that way. Very nice throw there. Good route by Grimes, but the defender just gets a hand on it. And so the Farmers look like they might be attempting the long field goal here.
Yeah, it's got Paxton going in.
Well, they got Aguiar going in too, number 21. Yeah. So they're going to try a 40-yard field goal here. And we know Aguiar's got the leg. We've seen the kickoffs.
He's been kicking him out of the.
Tristan Florin with the hold for the Farmers. Good snap. It's back. He's got plenty of leg, and he's.
Did he get it?
Oh,
he missed.
How?
Could not tell.
I couldn't tell. He sure had the leg, though.
Yeah, he had the distance.
Man, can we get an instant replay of that? Here's an instant replay of that. Let's see if maybe he pulls that. Oh, he missed it to the right, didn't he?
No.
No, he pulled it. Yep. You saw
He pulled it, yeah.
Yeah, hit the pole back there, man. But, hey, he showed that he's got the leg for that, and you appreciate Coach Quinlan giving him that opportunity. I mean, and even though he didn't make it, it does help you as a coaching staff know that you've got the leg for that if you need it. So,
yeah, it's a 40-yarder. That's
that's not common in high school.
No, it's a pretty significant distance at the high school level.
Tigers take over. Hand to McMurray up the middle.
Good tackle.
Yeah, nice tackle from the backside there by Tayshawn Davis. As he bounced off the first tackler, Tayshawn holds him to a 2-yard gain. So Tigers again getting to the line of scrimmage in a hurry. Look to the sideline, get their play.
Yeah, Tayshawn does a great job of closing out runs down the line. You know, not just finishing runs that are coming in his face, but closing down runs that are going the other way. And they do the same thing right there.
Yeah, McMurray goes to the left side. Brought down by a couple of Farmers.
I'm not running at Tayshawn if I'm the other team, right?
No, that was Nate Clark in there on that stop. Nice job there by Nate getting in there and getting involved.
Good job, Nate.
Along with Tiffin Green. Jackson Latimer coming off the bottom of that pile as well. So 3rd and 5 here for the Tigers. So fake it to McMurray. Goes around the left side. He's going to be brought down a little bit. Yeah, he's short. Yeah. Nice tackle there by Latimer. Keeps the
good job hanging on right there.
Keeps the runner from getting the line to gain, and it looks like they're sitting in their punt team. So both offenses struggling a little bit here in this second half to really kind of find any purchase. But the and if the Farmer offense is a little uncharacteristic for them, but this defense is really stepping up and forcing the Tigers to punt again here.
And that's what we needed. We talked about it earlier. That's what we needed. You know, you look back the last 2 games, they haven't been able to really shut anyone down. Blue Ridge,
give ourselves more possessions if possible.
Yeah, Blue Ridge, second half. Oh,
Drake picks it up off of the bounce.
Oh,
he goes to the Farmersville sideline, gets inside of the 40. That was sneaky right there.
I'm not sure that you would coach that.
He stood there like he was going to let it. Watch this right here as he just kind of stands here. And then it bounced right at him is what it was, and so he had no choice. But
I think he just grabbed it and took off.
About a 25-yard punt return there after the ball bounced up and hit him in the chest. So Farmers set up with great field position with 2 minutes and 55 seconds to play here in this 3rd quarter. Gordon Schwartz back in the game for the Farmers. Kari Miller stays in the slot.
Farmers with the big tackle. Farmers with the big tackle.
Jaron is definitely paying attention to the game back there and coming up with some good game points. Fakes to Miller, hands to Schwartz up the middle. Going to get about a 2-yard gain there on the push. Again, after those 2 big runs, right, we had 120 yards on 2 runs up the middle. Since then, we haven't really had a lot of success up the middle, but it is something that they're going to have to pay attention to.
Yeah, they've done a good job of shutting down the run game, to this point. So it's curious to see how Coach Howard, makes adjustments and throws the ball a little bit to kind of open it up.
Yep. 2nd and 9, Maccabee fakes it. He's going to keep it. And you know what? Okay, I'm going to give Maccabee a lot of credit here because that was supposed to be a little bubble screen out to the left. But he saw the defender jump the route, and so he held the ball and just pulled it down and tried to pick up whatever he could. But I don't know if we can get an instant replay of that or not, but that was a really nice job by Maccabee of not throwing into coverage, even on a screen, which normally screens are really quick hitters. But, smart job there by Maccabee.
Dresser.
So 3rd and 9. Farmers going to the 4-receiver set for the first time tonight. two on both sides with Schwartz behind Maccabee. Maccabee looks to the left, tries to go deep on there. Looks like a little confusion on the route there as he threw it deep, and there is a flag on the play. Could be another roughing the passer here, though. It sure is.
Yep.
Roughing the passer again against the Tigers. So on another 3rd and long that the Farmers aren't able to convert on, the roughing the passer penalty is going to give them a new set of downs and move them deeper into Tiger territory. Yeah, that's
a tough penalty.
That Tiger coaching staff
they're livid.
They're fired up right now. Yeah.
They get an opportunity to make a big stop right there and keep them out.
My fault for not paying attention to what happened. I was watching the ball again and didn't see how close that was. So the Farmers will be setting up inside of the 25-yard line of the Tigers with a new set of downs. Minute 26 to play here in this 3rd quarter. Stay in the 4-receiver set with Schwartz behind Maccabee. Takes the snap, fakes the Schwartz out. Oh. And that's that. They've been trying to connect on this screen, right? And they finally do, but definitely didn't fool any of those Tiger defenders as he comes up.
They were fortunate.
Yeah.
Because that right there could have been.
Oh, could have been going the other way, but
yes, it could have been going the other way, either on an interception or.
Instead, Florin just takes a big pop, but hey, he holds on to the ball. Yeah. Credit to him
Makes
for
a great play. But no yards right there.
Yeah. So inside of a minute here to play.
Keep an eye on the clock.
That's right. Jaron is exactly right. I've got to keep an eye on the clock as we get closer to the end of this 3rd quarter. Oh, nice run there by Gordon Schwartz.
Good job fighting through those tackles.
He spun out of one tackle and he ran through another one and turned what was going to be about a 1-yard gain into about an 8-yard gain. So really nice run there by Gordon. So the Farmers don't have to run a play here if they don't want to, and they're not going to. So coaching staff's going to pull them over. It gives Coach Howard a little bit more time to kind of think about this and talk about it with his assistants on what they might want to run on this really important 3rd and 3 here. Now, Mike, you and I saw this, just a second ago. Everybody did. We attempted a 40-yard field goal. If you don't make it from here and you're on the, about the 15? I couldn't tell where they were at. But if you don't make it from here, 15. Then you've got a 32-yard field goal.
Right. Okay,
do you take that attempt? I think you may, because points are at a premium in the game tonight when you're up by 11. So let's see what hopefully they just pick up the 1st down, But a lot of chess being played out there by these football coaches on both sides.
Yeah, certainly a lot of options for Coach Howard right now, because he's got his guys outside that he can throw to. He's got Gordon and Rafe and those guys that have had some success running the ball.
Yep.
Gordon just had that nice run right there. So.
Well, and they still got, they've had a couple of times when they've brought, Stone in motion, from the slot.
Yeah, the sweep.
Yep. And we saw Miller do that last week and have some success. So, yeah, really your whole playbook is an option right now. So 3rd and 2 here. Again, the way that this Farmersville defense has really kind of pulled together, points right here would be really big. Put a lot of pressure onto the Tigers in a run-heavy offense and try to get them out of that. So, but believe me, we're not saying anything that the coaches don't know. They know how important those points are too. So
for sure.
So they do keep Schwartz in. And they've gone to the big.
We've gone Wildcat here.
They've got Rylan Mitchell in. Or is that Amari? That's Amari. Warren.
Amari. I think it's Amari taking the snap.
Yeah, so they've gone to their version of the Wildcats. They send Grimes in motion. Fakes it to Grimes. Amari keeps it up the middle. That's a nice play call there. I really like that.
That's an asset.
That is a brand new wrinkle that we haven't shown yet.
Yeah, we haven't seen that one yet this year.
Commerce had no idea what to do with that, so that's –
and
they go back to it again. Grimes goes in motion, fakes it to him. Mari keeps it around the left side, fights his way down to the inside of the 1-yard line.
He's very fast.
He's not the biggest kid, but he runs hard.
But he's not tiny, right? So look at him compared to those other guys. He's not little bitty, but he is certainly fast. Man,
he's quick. He's shifty. You can tell on that. So they are going to Oh, they're going to go back to it one more time. They were
go again.
Initially shifting Levi back to the quarterback position, but yeah, they're going to this time though. Schwartz is left set to the left of him instead of behind him. Not be a handoff. No, just going to get behind his running backs, behind his O-line. He gets down again.
He's close. I don't think he quite made it there. I think he's going to be just a little bit short of the goal line.
So now you're going to have a 3rd and goal from again this one. I mean, this has given us trouble. As you know, we got in the same position in the first half and not able to punch it in. But let's see what the Farmers.
They're going to go again.
Yeah, they are.
Same formation.
Just going to go to the other side.
Yeah. Well, Schwartz to the.
Yeah. Now they move back to the left. Yeah.
He's got it.
Touchdown Farmers. Good job, Jaron. And the Farmer offensive line just continues to lean and lean and lean on him. And Amari Warren out of that wildcat position spins his way into the end zone.
Yeah, I think that's a good way to end that drive.
Completely
good for Amari
agree. Yep.
to get him an opportunity to pound.
Good round.
And I can promise you there is a Commerce defensive coach somewhere going, what are we going to do if they do that again?
Yes.
Yep. Aguiar connects on the PAT, and the Farmers with 10 minutes and 36 seconds to play in the game. Out 24-6. So really important points right there is now the Tigers on the opposing sideline they're going to have to put the ball in the air, and that has not been their strength tonight by any means. Now, having said that, the Farmers, we've been susceptible to long pass plays this year, and so
especially in week 1 against Blue Ridge, we got hit several times.
Wouldn't surprise me at all to see them send some guys down the field as fast as they can and just see if they can't, connect on one, draw a pass interference or something, just try to get lucky because the short and intermediate game hasn't been really successful for them tonight. But down by 18 with 10.5, it's going to be hard to just continue to just plow it down the field with those runs.
Yep, they got to do something. I don't expect Farmersville to move into like a prevent defense of any type, but you might see Blassingame roll some safety help up over the top or that sort of thing to keep some of those long plays from eating them up. But we'll see.
Hernandez and Aguiar both on the field. Sorry, Jaron, I was talking over you. Aguiar going to kick it deep again. Taking it about the 5-yard line, 4-yard line for the Tigers. Brings it out. Stone, first one down there, gets his hand on him. But he was eventually.
Need to protect the quarterback.
That's right, they do need to protect.
Creating a turnover would be nice.
That was Mesa. That was Mesa on the tackle for the Farmers. First time we said his name tonight, but that was a really nice open field tackle there on the kickoff. And Jaron's right. Creating a turnover right here could really put this game, I want to say put it on ice, but it could sure make it hard for the Tigers if the Farmers were able to create a turnover right here.
I agree.
Well, you better agree. You're the one that said it first. Bell in the backfield. 2 receivers to the right side for the Tigers. One goes in motion. That's Nash. Snap to Shirley. Keeps it around the left side himself. Nice gain there. Brought down by Paxton Graves at about the 30-yard line, but good gain on first down. And you're going to see them go really fast now as, again, the clock is.
Yeah, they're a running team, so they're going to have to run. They're going to have to get up to the line and run the ball really quickly to have an opportunity to get back in this game.
Hands that one to Bell around the left side. Picks up the first down. Brought down by Ray Davis. Penaloza in there as well. As the referee continues to spin that game clock inside of 10 minutes to play now. Ooh, that's going to be, that should have been a false start. And they called it. Yeah, Nash took a couple of steps before he was supposed to actually come back into motion. So I want to say hi to a classmate of mine, Adam Wallace, who's one of the teachers here in Farmersville now. Happy to have Adam as part of the Farmer family. Been a Farmer fan for a long time. Appreciate them watching tonight at home. Hands to Bell around the right side, looking for a little room. Spins. There's
Ball's
that.
on the ground.
Jaron McTee called the turnover, and they come up with the ball. Look at Jaron.
Attaboy.
Man, Jaron, why don't you, let's go play the lottery together, okay? I want you to tell me the numbers for the lottery. Tayshawn Davis came up with that fumble. Jaron said, yes, I'm 18.
That's pretty funny.
Yeah, all right. Great call, Jaron, on the turnover. As the Farmers take over deep into Tiger territory, and you got to think some points here. Man, that's
huge play right there. Huge
for
game,
sure.
You know, as far as, putting this game away, gives them an opportunity right here deep in.
You will see the
Tiger
Farmers
territory. They're going to go get it.
Well, you will see the Farmers run the ball here because we want to melt that clock away as much as we can with 9.5 to play. Rafe McCormick in the game. Gives to Rafe up the middle. Runs through the first tackler. He's still going. Runs hard. Gets inside of the 20-yard line. Nice gain there on first down for the Farmers. They get inside of the Tiger 20.
He hadn't had a lot of runs tonight, but he's run a few times. Of course, he hit the big one, right?
Runs hard.
So you see him getting some big chunks right there.
So the Farmers will snap this from the Tiger 18-yard line as they continue to let that game clock and play clock go down a little bit. Be inside of about 9 minutes when they do snap this one. Another handoff to Rafe up the middle. Nice job. Oh, no. The ball came out, and the Tigers do come away with it.
Yep, he hit it. Got stuffed at the line.
Yeah.
Did a good job of breaking out, but just, someone was able to get their hand on the ball and knock it out. We'll see a replay right here.
Nice job there of looking for a hole. And then, he just got tackled from the side by Crosby, who just was reaching up for the tackle and just got his hand on the ball and knocked it out. And Rafe obviously frustrated after, coming off the field, and you could see some of his anger. But so the Farmers trade turnovers with the Tigers. Tigers will be taking off from their own 10-yard line. 8:52 to play here in this in the game.
Yeah, didn't eat too much time on that drive. We'd like to see a little bit more from there.
Nice play out there by Jahir as the Tigers came out 4 wide, and Shirley throws it out, connects with with Rios. I believe that was, 0. But nice play there by Jahir. Limits that to a 5-yard gain as they stay in a 4 wide set. 3 to this far side is going to fake it to McMurray. Shirley goes around the right side, and he's got a lot of room. Nice block out there by the receiver for the Tigers. He takes the Farmersville defender to the ground, and Shirley runs right past him. Turns that into a really big gain as that goes all the way out to the 44-yard line.
Yeah, it's a great block.
Yep.
You don't see that a lot, and it's not spoken about a lot.
Yep.
But man, wide receiver blocks out on the edge can make a huge difference in a big run game like that.
Sets up the screen to McMurray, cuts it back through the middle. Zigzags his way through that Farmersville defense, picks up another first down there.
It's a big gain, 14 yards.
Jaron said the Farmers need to do a better job of tackling. And he's not wrong.
Yeah, he's not wrong.
Nice little play call there for the Tigers. You see McMurray just kind of spinning and bouncing off, eventually brought down by Latimer. Runs a quick screen out to the right side. Tigers connect on that one as well. Are going to get close to another first down, brought down about 1 yard short. As Jahir and Weston Davis both in on that tackle. Tigers get to the line of scrimmage quickly. They're looking pretty good throwing the ball right here, Mike.
Yeah. That's a wrinkle we haven't seen a lot of yet.
Fakes it, keeps her on the right side. Shirley does. Picks up the first down right at it. Yep.
Right about the 21 and a half, or 20, sorry, the 30 and a half yard line.
Yeah, 33 or so.
Oh, yes.
So 1st and 10 for the Tigers. New set of downs. Clock continues to roll, but they are moving the ball. Shirley rolls out to the left. He's got a guy wide open.
Wide open.
Wide open, and he connects. That was Salvaggi. That's his second catch of the game. That one goes for a long touchdown. Saw he just snuck behind the secondary of the Farmers as they are going to go into, looks like a normal PAT, even though they do have guys split out. Okay, they're going to bring them back in now, and they're going to run Nash off, so plenty of time to get this one off. Castillo puts it up, and it's good. So with 7 minutes and 14 seconds to play, Farmers up by 11, and man, that looked easier than I wanted it to,
yes,
Mike.
It did.
He connected on.
Yeah, they threw the ball. They ran the ball well.
It's about 7 pass plays in a row there.
Yep. That was something we haven't seen from them, and I think that the Farmers defensive backs look like they're ready for run, and they're coming up heavy, and man, they got open deep right there, and that was a walk-in touchdown.
Yeah,
he was 8 yards behind.
Well,
everybody.
and the receiver, if you watched him before he caught, he looked over the wrong shoulder, he looked over the other shoulder. I mean, he had enough time to correct his route and still make the grab. So, yeah, definitely some broken coverage there by the Farmers. And you got to think, Farmers, it looks like they sent their hands team out here because you got to think that the Tigers are thinking that they want the ball back as quick as they can, considering what their offense, or what the Tiger offense was able to just do.
So seeing what they just did right there, how do you think that changes what Coach Howard might be thinking, coming into this drive?
I still think you want to try to melt the clock, right? But I think that you also know that you can't give the ball back real quick either. So I mean, I don't know.
You think they push a little bit?
Yeah, you've definitely done a good job of setting up some double moves and some play action. It's just it'll be interesting to see what they decide to do. So they do go with the onside. Nate Clark, ball's on it. Great job there.
Good job, Nate.
Yeah. He came up and caught the big bounce. Did a really nice job there by Nate. So the Farmers are going to have really good field position here. And you kind of question that call by the Tigers, right? Did you have to do that right then with 7.5 minutes? Probably not.
Or do you wait at the same time? Do you wait until the end where it's going to be?
I know,
it's going to be there. So they're taking a shot.
So Gordon Schwartz back in at running back behind Maccabee. 4-man front for the Tigers. See if they're going to play the run. They're going to try to play it honestly. They did sneak up Bell at linebacker, but Gordon, nice hard run there on first down for Gordon. Picks up about 7.
Now you see him trying to rip the ball.
Yeah,
right. They got the turnover earlier. One thing that we've talked about a couple of times this season.
That's what
Gordon
I was just about to say.
That dude does not expose the ball.
Yeah.
He does a great job of covering up the ball and protecting it. So does it right there as they're trying to rip it out.
Yeah, he did a really good job of.
Got it.
Yeah, just ball control there. So the Farmers are going to continue to let this clock run down. So snap this one with about 10 seconds on the play clock. Hands to Gordon again, this time nowhere to go. So you see Gordon come up.
He's fired up.
He is fired up. Something just happened in that tackle right there. 6.5 minutes to play in the game. Mari needs to back up a little bit. Yeah, he just saw that. Fakes it. Looks deep. Looking for
Grimes.
Drake. There's double coverage down there. Did he pull that down? He sure did. On the deflection.
He is
what
baller.
a catch. But we got to see. Here's the instant replay.
Yes.
Watch this right here. 2 defenders, goes up and high points it and pulls it down on the deflection. That is a huge play for the Farmers.
That's
wow.
I think that's his 3rd catch in 3 games that have just been
completely contested.
Yes.
Yeah.
They've just been stellar.
Yep.
Right.
So this is going to be first and goal again for the Farmers. This time it's inside of the 10-yard line. You're going to see them take this play clock down as low as they can each time.
Yep.
You want to come away with points. You want to, burn some of this clock off, and they're going back to the Wildcat.
I was going to say, Amari's running back in to run the Wildcat. Maccabees coming out here to the right side.
Yeah, they need to hurry. Snap it with 1 second. Amari looking for some room around the left side. He's got room up the middle, and that is a Farmersville touchdown. Nice vision there by Amari Warren as he went left, and then he had a huge hole right there over that left side. You'll see right here, and he cuts it up, goes back against the grain. Huge touchdown for the Farmers. Second rushing touchdown of the night for Amari Warren out of that Wildcat position.
Very nice.
Yes.
That's a wrinkle that we haven't seen.
No,
that's a good option that they have now. That it's something we didn't expect.
Christian Aguiar with the extra point, and it's good. So the Farmers go up 31-13, 5.5 minutes to play here in this game. And, man, that is the perfect answer after the Tiger offense throws the ball all the way down the field, connects on about 7 passes in a row, made it look kind of easy. That is the perfect answer for the Farmers to go down there. And thanks to Drake Grimes for bringing that ball down on that 3rd and long where he tips it to himself. And, just wrestles it away from 2 Tiger defenders. And then Amari Warren punches it in.
Yep, big contributions from their wideouts. Those guys have been big so far this year on offense, and you'll see that all year long. They're going to lean on Grimes and Amari Warren and those guys to be able to make those plays, whether it be in the passing game or now you see that in the running game, running that Wildcat offense with Amari.
You got to think Aguiar is going to put the foot to it again. Garcia back to receive it. And he does. Kicks that one down to about the 2. Garcia brings it out. Nice coverage there by the Farmers, but he gets around it, gets down the sideline, and he is off to the races. And I just mentioned nice coverage, but he just went right around that coverage team. When he hit the sideline, he hit the Jets, and no one was going to run him down.
Yeah, it was just containment, right? The coverage was fine going down. It was just containment on the outside. I'd like to see a replay of that one. That was just a
the guys were down there. They just, you're right. They just didn't contain that edge because they ran through that first line of blockers. Wow, and that's why that hurts is, it's still an 11-point game pending the PAT, right? With 5 minutes left, that's plenty of time for them to get back into it. So that was literally the worst thing that could have happened to the Farmers.
Yeah, and you're playing against a team that runs the ball a lot.
Yeah.
And we saw them throw and move the ball pretty fast this last series, but they still take time to move the ball down the field.
Yep.
You want to make them take time to move the ball down the field, right? Don't let them have one. Don't let them have a home run. Make them spend a couple of minutes at least to move it down and eat the clock up, right?
Yeah. Wow. And so
but they didn't, right? So now we have to answer.
So the Tigers call timeout here. And, if you go for 2 and make it 31-21, it's a 10-point game versus 11. It's still two possession, and that's what they're going to do. They're going to – and, I guess if you don't get it, it's 12 points. It's still 2 possessions, so they're trying to give themselves a touchdown and a field goal.
A shot, yeah.
So McMurray in the backfield gets it, looks off the left tackle, and he's in
easy,
untouched. And that 2-point conversion is successful. So pressure back on the Farmersville offense now. So this game was 17-6 coming into this 4th quarter, Mike, and now it's 31-21. So it shows you how quickly, and you and I talked about it in the last game about this game it's a game of like runs, right? Like how many points can you score before they score? And we ran off 21 last week, and then Lamar ran off 21. And so same thing here is every time that we've scored, they've been able to answer it, and that one on a kickoff return versus, the one before that, which was just a march down the field through the air. So
saw it in week 1 against Blue Ridge.
Yeah,
right,
for sure.
We scored and rolled them up in the first half, and everything looked great. And then
just no
they
answer
came
in the
back and
second.
answered.
Yep.
So there's you can't you can't count anyone
No.
out. I don't think that we have yet the shutdown defense.
Right.
So we're exposed to giving up some points. We've seen it in the passing game and the running game, and so you're always susceptible to those kind of things happening.
Absolutely.
So even in a game like right now, right, you got five minutes left. They need to control the ball on offense right here to protect the defense.
Yep.
Right. That's how they win the game. They don't win the game by a shutout
on
the defensive side. They win the game by shutting them out.
They've got to get this onside kick, so they can do that. Right. That's the first thing they've got to do.
See.
Nice job. Jahir didn't let that one. Yeah, he didn't let that one.
Jahir Venegas.
Yeah.
Attaboy.
Didn't let that one bounce. He just went down and got it. He's a baseball player. Watch how he just scooped this one up.
He's not just a baseball player. He's a superstar center fielder.
Well, what I'm saying,
he's playing ball right there.
When I mentioned baseball players, because he just went down there and took a knee, it's like he was fielding a ground ball and not letting that one past him. So 5:09 here. The Farmers take over close to the midfield stripe, and I agree. I mean, this offense has got to step up again.
That's what I'm telling you. That's in my opinion. I think that's how you win this game.
Yeah.
You don't put it back on the defense. Win it with your offense right here and run the clock out.
Yep.
Or go score.
Miller goes in motion, hands to Rafe up the middle, nowhere to go. Brought down by 2 defenders there for Commerce. So that will set up a 2nd and 10. Then you'll see them run this play clock and game clock down as much as they can before they snap the ball, just to try to shorten the game, which definitely something that, like you had mentioned earlier, definitely something that's going to help give that defense a chance to stay off the field and catch your breath. McAbee gives the offensive line some instruction. Clarence goes in motion, snaps it, hands to McCormick around the left side. Nice run by Rafe there. Yeah, he planted that foot, got north and south, and when he did, he picked up yards in a hurry. Gets it down to 3rd and about 3. Really important down right here, Mike, because if you get this first down, then you get a new set of downs, and you get to run that clock down quite a bit or make them start using their timeouts.
Sure.
So huge down right here.
Agree, and that's exactly what I was talking about.
And they were going to the Wildcat,
playing
right here.
defense with your offense right here.
Going back to that Wildcat with the Amari Warren. This time he's got Rafe McCormick next to him instead of Schwartz. Goes up the middle. Oh man, what a push! They're gonna give
that second.
They give him
second effort.
Yes,
that second effort. He got it. He got it by about a yard.
They give him the first. You're exactly right. That secondary push right there.
He was held up. They had him. Yep. They had him stopped.
Gets him past the line to gain, and that is a huge first down. Huge. As there's 3.5 minutes to play now, as the clock continues to run, 2 timeouts for the Tigers and down by 2 scores. That was huge, and the Tigers know it. See some of the defenders throwing their towels, and the coach
they're not
ripped
happy.
his headphones off, and they know now that the momentum is definitely on that Farmersville sideline. Rafe behind McAbee. Hands to Rafe. Picks up about 2 yards down to the 40. There's a quick timeout by the Tigers. And it was just a matter of time before they had to start burning those.
Yeah.
So inside of 3 minutes, and do you remember earlier they used a timeout when they were going to go for the field goal, or I'm sorry, the extra point, and they brought them off. They send in their offense, and they do get the 2-point conversion. They did get the extra point, but it burned a timeout to do that. That timeout right now, I can promise you, they'd rather have that timeout than the 1 point they got for it.
Yep, for sure.
So 2 minutes and 50 seconds to play
call
here.
Now, again, it's their Farmersville is just eating it up.
Yep.
And trying to do everything they can to eliminate as much of the clock as possible because they have to score twice. So.
And you may see them go back into the Wildcat, and man, it's been effective. The only thing that makes me a little nervous about the Wildcat is
you're going to do it.
Well, and it's just let's make
They're
sure
doing
that
it right now.
Let's make sure we protect the ball, right? And Mari's not used to this, running with that many guys around him versus being split out. So let's just make sure we protect the ball. Takes it, goes around left side, dances past the 40 up to about the 38, and they're going to burn this last time out. So it's going to be third and 8
We talked about
here.
watching Schwartz running the ball and how well he protects it. I kind of like to see that.
Yeah,
There's 2 hands on the ball going up in there right
agree.
now.
I agree.
But Rafe has done a great job of running the ball tonight. Had that one play where they got the hand in there and knocked the ball out. But he's done a good job of protecting the ball. Other than that one as well.
So third and let's call it 7.5 coming up here for the Farmers. No timeouts left for the Tigers. So regardless of what happens on this play, should be under 2 minutes when you snap the ball on 4th down. And assuming there is a 4th down, you could easily get a 1st down here. But yeah, the Tigers out of timeouts has really put themselves into a corner. As Rafe comes out, looks like they're going to be in their normal pistol formation, which I do like.
Sending everything left side.
Yep. Sends him in motion. Oh, man.
Good play. Man, what a play.
That is a big play by the Tigers as Mari Warren gets it on the sweep.
24, Parker Wilcox. Is that?
It's the second time we've seen him shoot the gap and tackle somebody for a loss. Did celebrate a little bit there, but they didn't get there's no flag. So the Farmers are going to let this clock run. My guess is they're going to take a timeout at 1 second, punt it down there, try to pin them as much as you can. As this will get all the way down to about a minute 40, about a minute 40 something before they have to take the timeout. And then the Tigers are going to be down by 2 scores with no timeouts left. So Farmers are going to let this run. Quinlan standing here next to the line judge, and he's going to call it now.
Yeah. Yep.
So, yeah, a minute 43 here. 4th down upcoming. You got to imagine the Farmer punt team, they do take the field. And if Paxton Graves can, continue his role of just killing it anywhere inside of the 10.
Throw one inside the 5 again.
Yeah, absolutely.
That seems to be,
now,
that's his everyday thing right there.
I would say, though, the one thing that Coach Walker is telling Paxton is do not give them a chance to return this thing. After what just happened on the kickoff, you just don't want them to get that opportunity.
Keep it away from him.
Ideally, you'd like for Paxton to kick it as high as he can and see if he can take a minute and 43 off the clock. But yeah, this is going to be a really important punt here. And again, they're down by 2 scores, no timeouts. There's a lot of things that have to go right for the Tigers, but you know what? It's been that kind of year where things have gone right. So Paxton will be kicking from the Farmer side of the 50. Gets a little instruction from Coach Walker there.
This is right in his zone. This is where he nailed 2 inside the 5 in that first week.
Tigers bring everybody. Garcia is going to get a chance if this one goes off of his knee.
That's Farmer ball.
And the Farmers recover it, and that will be the ball game, ladies and gentlemen.
That is Farmer ball.
Garcia runs up and tries to catch it on the run, and this is what you and I just talked about. And it just goes off of his knee and rolls right to the Farmers.
Is that Ethan? No, Ethan. Who was that down there?
That was Drake, I think, that came away with the ball. Yeah, Ethan was right there with him. So the Farmers, with a minute and 33 seconds, are going to be able to get into the best formation of all, the victory formation. You can just take a knee, let that clock roll. And I'll be honest, seeing Garcia kind of camping under that one, I was getting a little worried just about,
Yes.
the
Yeah, I was thinking
after
about
what
that.
just
Yes.
happened on
Yes.
that kickoff. So the Farmers do get in the victory formation. As you see, Gordon Schwartz a couple yards deep behind Maccabee in that safety position just in case something were to go wrong. Takes it, takes his knee, gets that clock rolling. And so, Mike, we showed there were some different spurts by the offense and the defense, right? I mean, the offense scored quick, and we talked about scoring quick and early. And then they had a little bit of a lull there for about 2 quarters. Really came alive here in the fourth quarter, some big plays. We had the 2 running plays, one for 59, one for 61, the big pass play to Drake. Then you go into there was no answer from the Tigers for the Farmersville Wildcat. And that was a big part of this fourth quarter for the Farmers.
Yeah, it was a big part of closing it out, right? And getting those last scores and really shutting the game down. But, yeah, I think I'm interested to see how Coach Howard adjusts as the year goes on.
Yeah, once people have seen that on film now, right?
Well, that and they do go through those lulls. You talked about that. We've had those issues where, we may score real quick and we can put up big points, and we put up 48 against North Lamar in 3 quarters last week. But we also put up 30 against Blue Ridge in the first half, and then we did nothing in the second half.
Yep.
So it's how do we answer those?
Yep.
And,
well, the same thing for the defense here. I mean, they held them to 6 points through 3 quarters, and then they get a couple of they get a turnover and some big plays, and then they look deep. Tigers look good on offense on one drive and go down there and punch it in. But regardless, the Farmers come away with their first win at home this week. They moved to 2-1 on the season as they pull out the 31-21 victory over the Commerce Tigers. So we appreciate you for joining us at home as always, and we'll be back at it next week here in Farmersville. We'll get that link sent out so everyone has a chance to get it and get it queued up so you guys can join us for the Farmers as they try to go to 3-1 on the season. So thanks again for joining us. Hope everyone has a great weekend, and as always, go Farmers.
Yeah, thanks, everybody.